Spartans! Ready your breakfast and eat hearty. For tonight, we dine in hell!
Jason. This is the Jason Ellis Show.
Moose Knuckle, Red the Dragon, Knives, Danger, Uncircumcised, Philanthropy, Stupid Stuff, Supercross, Hey, Nipples, Machete, a scintillating bloodbath of hellacious fury, Evil, Cannabis, Interesting Things, Awesome!
Gotta fucking rock and roll.
I'm your evil shit distributor. I got E. coli in my shit. I'm evil shit distributor. I got E. coli in my shit.
It's the Jason Ellis Show with Jason Ellis.
Punches to the face, baby.
Michael Tully.
Boy, her bosoms look moist.
Kevin Kraft.
My fucking taint is on fire.
Dingo.
AI.au.edu.
Lindsay Fulton.
Slimer Ghostbusters Marshmallow.
Bennett Cogan.
Sizzle me timbers.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
Jason.
Ellis is blowing up.
This is the Jason Ellis Show.
Come at me, bro.
Oh, hey. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's great to be here. Light, sharp. I'm like a little bit like a ninja, but I don't want to wear a mask. But I can probably do a backflip. Pretty fit, pretty fast. 209. What's up? What's up, Woodstock? 209. Thought you could fake me out, but I'm here. I believe he was just trying to say that, like, so I didn't make 205, and then he could back out. I think he's terrified. I think he's doing it for a shout out, and it's not going to be worth it. One, nobody cares that much, and two, you're gonna be fucked up. I'm gonna fuck you up. It's gonna be bad. And then I'm gonna buy a special bikini, and I'm gonna beat up Kyle Kingsbury in a fucking bikini. I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen anyway. So if anybody wants to see that, you go. If you're in Texas, watch this. It's gonna be the greatest showing I've ever done, ever. You're gonna know too. As soon as you see me, you're gonna know. You'll be like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Yep, that's what's going on. I'm ready. I'm ready to just like seriously take Kyle Kingsbury's best shot and come forward. And so is John Matthews. This is gonna be a war, and then there's gonna be a lot of comedy. But I can't think of that. I'm just thinking about the war part.
There aren't enough comedy wars in the world.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The twin fight. I mean, if they really fight each other, that is comedy. If that's really their style of fighting. The ones on the video.
I'm inclined to think it's real.
Well, then that's going to be the greatest fight ever. Did you see that that other organization that rips me off is now having a twin fight?
No, which organization is, I guess you don't want to say the name.
Fury. No, I do. I just can't remember. Fury. There. I don't know.
What fight are they doing?
A twin fight. Like they just started advertising it. Two twin brothers are going to fight.
Oh.
And they already do stuff that, they get that commentator. They get that comedian. Really good comedian.
Bob Newhart.
No, way better than that. I don't even know who that is. Who's the redheaded guy that shaved his head?
Rita Rudner.
Fuck off, asshole.
The redheaded guy that shaved his head, Bill Burr.
Yeah, the comedian's comedian, Bill Burr, is the announcer. So there's like comedic announcing, and they have, guys that can't fighting each other. I guess they don't dress up, but it's pretty close to Ellis Mania.
Right.
A little bit. And they definitely started this whole thing after I did my thing. Like they had Rough and Rowdy, I think that's what it's called. But they had Rough and Rowdy, but now they've added this thing where they're, it's comedy. So It's comedy boxing.
Right.
I mean, I don't own the
trademark?
the trademark of it, but I definitely feel like I started comedy boxing.
There's room for Bellator.
Yeah.
That's true.
But then I thought, the twin fight, huh? Where'd you get that idea? It was just the other day that I posted my twin fight. Maybe you had your idea and you didn't post it yet. I don't know. But I don't like it when people copy me.
Well,
Right.
either way, their event, I'm guessing, isn't happening between now and Saturday.
No.
So you got the first crack at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yep, there you go.
You're the king of twin fights. There you go.
I am the king of twin fights and I'm the king of comedy boxing. Because I did it before you did it. Fury, guys.
Yeah, there you
Whatever
go.
your name is.
You win.
Yeah,
It's
here.
exciting, man. I'm really looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah, me too. I felt like I was a little bit worried this weekend. I'm not going to lie. I got into a little bit of a predicament that was really cool, but it also involved me staying up late.
What happened?
I don't want to get into it. It's like a thing that would annoy Will, but
Oh.
I was doing great.
Should probably get into it.
I was doing great things. I had a dinner with a black tie dinner and with a mask, and you have to wear a mask or whatever
Oh,
to some like super fancy thing. And
you
it
weren't
was
going to
really
tell us?
I don't know what I didn't know what it was called. I was in downtown and I
Right.
was in some special room where there was catering
Sounds
and
fun.
fancy drinks.
Yeah, it sounds
and,
like some Eyes Wide Shut shit.
And people all had the masks on. Everybody looked pretty good looking and shit. And then it was like, we're leaving and we're going to my house for the after party. And I was like, okay. And then at the after party, it was just awesome. That's
Right.
it. I was being pretty awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Being awesome,
I could
sweet.
say I wish I could say I've had better days, but I don't think I have.
Do people take the mask? Do people take the mask off?
A lot of things came off
At the after
Dingo.
party.
A lot of
It's-
things, and I was in one corner just handling a corner like a fucking champion, man. But I had to stay up because I don't know how many times that happens.
Right.
So that was great.
A
And
great,
then a bit
great
tired,
day.
and then soccer practice at night.
Oh, boring.
Yeah, but still, he likes it, so I really like
No.
supporting him whenever I can. And then we had to get up super early for the actual game, and it was at the same park, so it was this really odd thing where I just felt like I was living at that park because I was there at 6 a.m. and it was dark, and I was there at 9 o'clock at night when it was dark. So I'm just like, yep, we're back,
Yeah.
and then game on, and then my fucking son scored a goal, first goal. Because they put him in the back, whatever that position is, the far back corner.
Defense.
Yeah, so this time somebody made a mistake and he just dived in from half field and fucking did a sick one over the top of the guy, and it hit the top of the pole and bounced in behind him like sick ass.
Wow.
With zero time on the clock.
Oh, buzzer
Yeah,
beater?
buzzer beating soccer
Is that
goal.
what they call it on a soccer goal?
I think you still call it that. It's just they don't say it because no one ever does it.
Right. It's never that doesn't
Yeah.
happen.
And they won by 1 point, so it was pretty sweet.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was impressive. Got to talk a lot, run his mouth for a couple of hours after that. And then
He's pumped.
And then that's right. After that, I got to sleep on Saturday, and I think it was Saturday, and I woke up because is that when daylight savings happened?
Yeah, it did.
I don't know the exact hour in which
No, it
it
happens-
kicks
I-
in.
I-
No, but that
can-
was the night though, right?
I can pitch in because there's somebody that was at a bar drinking and then told I wasn't allowed to buy drinks and then getting home and realizing that it had become 1 o'clock again, so it wasn't 2 a.m.
They lied to
Yes, you were lied to.
Yeah, it was.
Well, so
Not true.
It happens very, very early on Sunday night, and that's always been a bit of a thing in states where because it happens at 2 a.m. At 2 a.m. it goes back to 1 a.m. So
Yeah.
states where that's the cutoff. The question is, if it's 2 a.m. the bar's closed, but then it goes back to 1 a.m. So is the bar closed because it's 1 a.m. now?
It sounds like it's closed. They stopped Dingo.
Yeah.
And everybody loves Dingo.
Right. See?
Yeah. Well, anyway, I
You don't
woke
get
up.
that. Yeah, you don't get that extra hour of drinking.
I woke up at 11, so it means it was 10, and that is pretty hard for me to accomplish. I usually wake up at 6 or 5:30, whether I like it or not. And when I woke up at 11, I was like, "What the fuck?" And I got up and was like, "Tiger," and he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You okay?" He's like, "Yeah, playing video games." I'm like, "Oh, I slept in." I'm like, I didn't even.
And what did he say?
He didn't give a shit. Dude,
Did he even
this guy-
notice?
This guy's on a whole nother level of being a kid. Like I've never I want to take credit for it, but I really can't. It's his mother. You know, he has his mother's sensibility, and maybe I'll give a credit. Like, he flies around that fucking soccer field. He owns shit on that field. He is an athlete. So maybe I got that. Maybe I got a little bit of that. But I wouldn't be surprised if he got that from his mum too. I was never that great of an athlete. I just really tried. I thought maybe I am okay at being an athlete. But
you seem to have an athletic family.
Yeah, I guess so. I just never really had the body for it. You know what I mean? Like I think I had the brain and an okay body, like just a regular body, but no freakish agility thing. When you have the brain of an athlete, you notice that because man, there's a lot of times that will come in handy.
Well, and sure, when you make it to a high level, you obviously are around lots of people who do have that.
Right,
thing.
you see that
Do you see
freakish
it up
athlete
close,
shit
right.
when you're like, oh God, what the hell's that guy got going over there? How does he do that? But maybe Tiger has that. Like, I feel like he could maybe. I know it's only 10, but maybe he really could be a pro soccer player quite easily. Everyone says
That's
coaches, they're like, this dude
America
should
needs
be
them.
playing in another team. America needs them.
Yeah, they need good
you
soccer
mean-
players.
Yeah. And he said he went to soccer on Tuesday. I didn't even know that. He went and saw a game, and his team lost. I didn't even know that it was. I'm like, wait, it was American game? Yeah. You don't know that? I'm like, yeah, I think I knew that. Just
There's
I
2
don't-
teams in LA now.
I don't watch it. Yeah. So, but I came to the gym today, and I was a little bit worried about the scale because I had on Sunday I had a couple of pieces of candy.
How much candy?
I had a violet crumble, the whole thing.
Right, but
and then
is
I had
Oh.
some red vines,
right?
like maybe 10.
Okay. Anything else?
I had a piece of pizza too.
Right.
And I
That's
was
stacking
like-
up.
I know. I was like, holy shit.
You had one piece of pizza. You had 2.
Two.
Nobody has one piece
I
of
know.
pizza.
Fuck off. So I'm thinking for sure I've got to do some serious weight cutting.
Right, but you
This
didn't
week.
gain weight.
No, so I last time I weighed myself, I was 212,
Right.
and I'm like, that's so fine like that on, I think it was like Thursday. So then I went to the gym today and I worked out really hard. I had plenty of pop. I'm moving around fine. My cardio is still good. And they were like, holy shit, dude. They're like, you land any of those and he's gone. Like, if you just stay in the pocket and swing those at him, it's only a matter of time before he's unconscious. So I was like, okay, good. I feel good about that. And then we have another plan for Kyle if that does happen.
What's
like,
that plan?
Well, I have 2 different styles for this. I can't fight a giant guy the same way I'm fighting Simon.
No.
I'm not going to tell you how I'm going to fight Simon. I'm just going to tell you that it's not going to last very long.
Right.
And then with Kyle, I have a game plan. Like, he's way bigger than me. I have to
You've
fight
been-
a different style. I got my gloves up. Like, I'm not, for Simon, I can have him out a little bit. For Kyle, I have to stay back and time getting in on him and then getting out again. It's way harder work. But when I got on the scale after I got back from the gym, I thought, this is gonna, and it was irking me all weekend. I thought about it all weekend when I ate that pizza. I thought, man, this is so unprofessional of you. What? And I thought, dude, you'll be fine. I even thought the UFC fight where Darren Till and what's his name?
Calvin Gastelum.
Calvin Gastelum. Did you see Calvin Gastelum on the scale?
I did not see him on the scale.
He did when you do the thing with the towel where everyone tries to say you put your hands on the towel to help the weight.
Yep.
So he takes his hands off the towel like on purpose. Like, it looks like he reaches his hands, his shoulders are back, like he's flexing backwards. And his coach is standing behind him with his hand underneath the back of his bicep, watching the scale.
What?
He went nude to make weigh-ins, and he made 183. So, or I think it was 183 or 184. So why the fuck would you take your underwear off if you were 2 pounds under? You took your underwear off because you were over, and you were going to do this trick on the scale that people do in wrestling, I was told. But it was pretty fucking obvious. Like, now they zoomed in on it and stuff, I forgot the name of the coach, but he straight up puts his hand on the underneath of the scale. And it must take practice because you've got to get it to stay there. You know, if it's wobbling back and forth, the guy's going to be like, what the fuck? How are you changing weight?
Right.
Wait, so what do they do?
Too late. He made weight.
They missed it.
And he had the fight. No, they didn't. Yeah, they missed it.
But there's evidence of him holding.
It looks like that. People could argue that it doesn't. People that saw it, I don't know. To me, it looked like Calvin Gastelum was being held.
Can we get a picture of this?
Yeah, there's pictures of it. There's video of it. It's pretty. To me, it looked like. So I thought. I was even talking to Eddie. I was like, "Look, we'll just do the scale thing. It'll be fine because this dude's a bitch anyway."
The scale thing seems so hard. Like I understand
Not
that.
an Ellis Mania. It'll be easy.
Oh yeah, that's a little a little different. I know sometimes you just can't lose that extra pound, or you run out of time, or it's a shitty weight cut, or you just can't, or whatever. But all in all, it seems like it's easier to lose a pound than to pull off the towel trick.
Yeah,
Towel trick's fucking hard.
No. But why did he take his underwear off if he was 2 pounds under? Underwear doesn't weigh 2 pounds.
No.
You only do it when you're looking for every little bit of edge to make it to, because he doesn't have to make it's not a title fight.
Yeah.
It can be 186.
Mhm.
But when you think that you're going to be 180, just over 186, and then you take your underwear off and you're 183.
Yeah.
What the fuck just happened?
No, I
Dude,
understand. If you're taking your underwear off, you probably just shaved backstage and spit a couple times to cut some weight that way too.
It's just not. It's just under. I don't know how much underwear weight, but I don't. It's not 2 pounds.
No.
Can people barf from the scale?
Can they what?
Barf.
Vomit on the scale.
Can somebody like have a bucket next to them, and if they stand on it and they're like just flickering over it, just pull the trigger and barf?
No, you got to do that before you go up.
Right.
If you do anything weird when you go up there, they will stop you from fighting.
Where's Coach?
If you're wobbly from cutting too much weight, hopefully they'll stop you from fighting. But watch. See, look, the guy went around the back. Look, he's got his arm up on the dude's arm. It's on the back of his elbow.
Yeah.
See? And he's stiff. He keeps his arm stiff so the dude can help hold him up to get him up the scale. Yeah, it's fucking brilliant because those two dudes that were watching, they didn't see it. And the first time it happened, I didn't see it.
Well, they're told to hold the towel, so they're like distracted already.
But look at he's leaning over, watching the scale with his hand on Gastelum.
Is his hand on him, or does Gastelum just have his elbow on the guy's shoulder?
Not sure, but even watch when he gives him the towel, like he knows he's going to do it. And watch, as soon as he gives him the towel, he hops around back. Look, he has to get around back immediately.
Yes.
So that he can get his arm on him. Now he's ready. And swear that backhand is not. Oh, it's on his shoulder. It is.
Mm.
Oh, wow. Even better, man. It's just on his shoulder, in his collarbone. That's awesome.
Right in front of their faces.
Yep, gotcha. But he lost anyway, so.
Yeah, it didn't end up helping him.
No.
I thought it was interesting. Till said that he confessed to being afraid before the fight.
Yeah, no, I like that guy.
I don't know much about him, but I liked that about him. I know that there's things about him that I wouldn't generally like. I've just like missed his career. Like I feel like I've never even seen Darren Till fight before, which I know is a crazy thing to say.
Yeah, that's weird.
But I don't watch all the events. I know, and I don't watch all the events, and I feel like somehow I've just kind of missed him. Is there another obnoxious British guy that's not Michael Bisping?
No.
He's the only guy?
Did we have Darren Till on the show when we were at the UFC compound?
Yeah.
He's the guy that looks like the bad guy from Casino Royale.
I don't know about that. Remember I brought up he said that I don't give a fuck about my kid or my wife.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I kept bringing that up to him. I'm going, so look, I get your dedication, but you do not give a fuck about your child. I was just saying that. Like it's not, saying obviously I love my kid, but blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I love it because I feel like some people copy Conor and it's starting to.
But what country is he from?
England.
He's very English.
But
he is?
I don't think he copies Conor. I think that he was on the same track because I remember there was a time where I thought that. And then, people do, you meet your match and you humble yourself. This is life. When you're on fire and you're unbeatable, why would you not think that you're on fire and you're unbeatable? It's a beautiful feeling. It's obnoxious as all fuck, but it's your time. You put in the work. And you're the best there ever was on the planet, and you can tell everybody to suck your dick. You are the best on the planet. Or suck your vagina, depending if you're a girl. Either one, they can suck it. And then you get older, you get wiser, you get humbled, and you make changes to still make yourself a better fighter. I thought even, who's the black guy that won?
Oh, Kevin Lee.
Even Kevin Lee
Holy
was talking the biggest pile of shit and got beat a couple of times. And he's come back a humbler man. I like him a little bit more. I couldn't stand him at first, and now I kind of like him because it seems like he's like, look, there's people out there you can win in this game and you can lose, and this is the reality of things. And maybe I'm not the greatest shining star of all time, but I'm in here willing to give it a go.
Yep.
I'm like, I like that, and it feels like Darren Till is saying the same stuff.
Yeah, Till said, for those who don't know, he said that he considered not rationally, he wasn't really going to do it, but he considered faking an injury before he went out. That's so great were his nerves. And he said everybody feels scared before they fight, and there's just people who admit to it and people who will lie.
Wow.
And he obviously did not look like a scared fighter out there. He won.
Man,
it just goes to show you the mental part of what goes into going out there.
I feel pretty good about winning this fight this weekend, and I'm fucking scared.
Yeah, same.
You know, you
same.
can fuck up, man.
Yeah.
The whole thing, it's a fight. It's not a theater. You can totally fuck this whole thing up and be on your ass and not know what the fuck happened in a second. It's a fight.
Yeah, exactly, in a really painful way, not in a whoops, I lost at Monopoly kind of way.
Yeah,
honestly, to be pretty honest with you, it kept me from fully enjoying the Masvidal Nate Diaz fight because I'm like, right, I'm going to be fighting somebody in a week.
Oh wow!
Like watching these guys hit each other, I'm like, oh right, this is a real thing. These are painful blows.
How'd you feel about them stopping that?
I'm not qualified to say. Okay. What I thought about that, first of all,
you got a radio show. You're qualified. You got a fucking fight on Saturday. You're qualified.
Okay. So first there was the conventional take that bullshit, sure he's a bleeder and he has all the scar tissue, but Nate was nowhere near done. And then there was Dom's take, which I have to take him at his word, where he's just like, you have to know that when you are bleeding in the ring from 20 seconds after the fight starts, now the doctor is another guy that you're fighting. You might need to finish the guy you're fighting quicker because the doctor might stop it for you. That's the cut stuff. I'm not really, I can just parrot what I've heard other people say. Nate says, oh, my plan was to get the shit beat out of me for 3 rounds, and then I was going to really take it to him in the 4th. We have to take him at his word because we didn't get that 4th. Man, Masvidal was beating the living shit out of him. It was very hard to imagine that Nate was going to turn that around. Not impossible, but hard to imagine.
I actually thought that he really could. I feel like Nate is way better in the 4th and 5th.
Yeah, that's what they say.
And look, I didn't think that he was. When he said that he was pacing himself, it looked like he was. He was acting like he was going slow, and even when he got into exchanges, it seemed like he kind of backed off on him.
Yeah.
So, I have to take him for his word. I don't think he's a guy that he would just say, yeah, fuck, I got beat, whatever. I just thought the cut looked the same in the first round as it did in the 3rd.
Nothing changed, I feel like.
I just don't know.
And I feel like he's
what made you change? Why not just end it in the first round then? If you think it's the cut, because the cut looked the same.
People have bled way worse than that before, and they've let it go.
It actually looked worse because it was streaming in the first round. His whole face was red.
The only difference to me, I could be wrong about this because obviously I paid closer attention to it in the 3rd round when it mattered. It looked like after the first, they at least closed it up for him to go back out. After the second, they closed it up for him to go back out. When he went out for the 3rd, it started gushing again before action started. It didn't seem like they had successfully closed it up for the 3rd. That's the only thing I can say.
I was at the gym today, and I talked about it with a guy that it was a professional at the highest level of boxing, and he said that they should have stopped it. And I was like, what? Why do you think that? He's like, come on, man. Like, seriously, that's a serious cut, and the doctor has every right to stop the fight because the guy could do serious damage to his eye, and he has to look out for him. When you have... when he said that, I'm like, well, you know way more about fighting than I do. But you made, I know it's ridiculous, but you made a belt called the Bad Motherfucker. And the Bad Motherfucker here, the story of the Bad Motherfucker, you stopped the story. Because true. Nate, I kept thinking to myself, in the 4th, if Nate comes back and he gets Masvidal in a choke and beats him, he is the baddest motherfucker because he survived the biggest beatdown ever and laughed at it and then caught him. It makes a better story for the person that has this belt that is kind of bullshit, but it's not. I mean, it's a fucking real belt. Bad motherfucker. Who's the baddest motherfucker? The guy that was like, come on, are you serious? This fight's not over. And it's Nate. I feel like if it was in Vegas, it wouldn't have been stopped. And I believe that if it had gone 2 more rounds and George landed punches on that cut, I don't think Nate Diaz was going blind from it.
Agreed.
And I just think it's those two, their style, the belt's been named after the style they fight, and a fucking cut man came in that was more of a, be better if he was there for maybe one of the first fights of the night at Bellator, where the guy was cut and you can stop that guy. But not Nate Diaz for the baddest motherfucker belt in the world. You can't stop it from a cut. You got to let the dude get fucking wrecked. you're the wrong doctor to be there because that's the wrong guy to call that cut. My opinion.
Yeah. No, I think all that is fair.
Because it's just the story, the setup, the build, and then it was like, but he's
in our
Nate
opinion,
Diaz.
we didn't watch it get finished.
Mm-hmm.
It would come to an abrupt, lame fucking halt because Nate did not look like in the third that he was going to get finished. He looked in the start that it was almost over, but even that, it didn't, because when he got knocked down, he got kicked in the face and those cuts happened. When he fell to his back, he was calm as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And completely awake. So it just showed me this guy is nowhere near done.
No, I look, it's not a sexy prediction to make, but I guess I assumed that it was just going to continue on the same course.
Yeah, because he started to get him on the ground and catch him in. He wasn't getting the submission, but he was getting on him in things, and that's Nate. Like he'll wear you down and then catch you in that shit.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it's hard to put much more hype on a fight than to just create a new belt for the baddest motherfucker and have The Rock come and hand it out to the winner, and yet I
love Nate talking shit on The Rock.
It did live up to the hype, did he?
I couldn't hear. I was at a bar.
He talked shit on The Rock before the fights in press, saying, "I mean, the baddest motherfucker is Mike Tyson, so I don't really understand. No offense, I love." He said, "I love."
Dwayne.
No, what's the show that Rob Corddry's?
Ballers.
He's like, "Ballers is cool, man." but Mike Tyson is the fucking baddest motherfucker. Why isn't he giving me the belt? And then after it. Get the interview after where he's saying.
Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of TV star The Rock.
I think he calls him the N-word, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
He said this N-bomb over here doesn't mean fucking. Don't get me wrong, Ballers is cool, but he's like, this guy's on the other side because it was obvious that The Rock wanted Masvidal to win. They're Miami
both from
guys.
Miami. Yeah.
But. So, he's like, East Coast, West Coast, man, fuck that guy. No offense, but fuck that guy. He can get it too. Like, as in, I will beat his ass too. He says it in the press conference.
He would.
No, he's not joking. That's why. And the crazy thing is, he's like, don't get it wrong. I love Ballers. Dude, he would destroy The Rock. He would fucking destroy him.
That would be
the question?
So funny to watch.
Everybody knows that. He would fucking annihilate him.
Because, like, I know he's a killer and all that, but he doesn't have the appearance of one.
I'd hate to say it, man, but I think Rock's hardest punch is nowhere near Masvidal's. And Masvidal landed several on Nate Diaz.
That's fair.
I mean, that elbow was... I don't know if The Rock can generate that kind of power. Yes, he's very powerful, very strong guy, but we're talking about a dude that spent his whole life figuring out how to throw those hands and hurt you versus a dude that's...
That would just be fucking hysterical.
It would be hysterical because you know what? He wouldn't even go. It wouldn't be a punch on. Like Nate's not an idiot. He's like whatever size The Rock is. He would put him down and submit his ass real quick. That's my opinion. I think The Rock would agree with me. This guy is insanely good, and a brick head.
Yeah,
even if you land one,
that's been truth.
He's like, whatever, I'm here. Let me get your foot. Breaks your ankle, your fucking toes.
They're gonna get the show from.
Here's Nate.
Nobody get no show. Presidents don't come for no title fights. They come to fucking bad motherfucker fights. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck The Rock too, man. That motherfucker over here playing me. See him over here smiling with Masvidal. Should have had Mike Tyson handing out a belt if anybody. I didn't give a fuck about no belt anyway, but he could get it too.
Wait, he asked him, what do you mean he can
Also,
get
you
it?
mentioned before that The Rock can get it as well. What exactly did you mean by that? What was it that The Rock did?
Nigga, he's on that side. Fuck him. I'm on the West Coast side. Mike Tyson should have been here anyway. He's the baddest man on the planet, right? He should have been the one. He should have been the one over here. I'm over here on The Rock, huh? You guys caught me under a bad time, but you know what I'm saying? The Rock's cool. I like ballers. You know what I'm saying? But he picked the wrong side. He picked another side, so he could get it too. He could get his ass whipped too, straight up. With all due respect, he could get it too.
Oh man,
I don't think I've ever heard him talk before.
What?
Does he normally talk like that?
Yes.
That's all he talks like.
Yeah.
Wait, oh man, you gotta watch this stuff. I'm telling you, they've got themselves a great entertainment The characters
Yeah.
of the UFC are fucking brilliant. Not
He
all
sou-
of them.
He sounds like Mark the Bagger doing an impression of Mike Tyson.
Same as fucking the Beast, man. Every time he talks, he says some line where you're like, "What?"
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Derek Lewis, yeah.
Hey, Derek Lewis is the funniest.
Oh, well, yeah,
like,
he's
a
my favorite.
comedian. These guys are the best.
Nate's always been good.
He said he would choose looking for that butthole on his chest. You know that? After the fight, he said he was.
He does
looking
have
for,
a butthole.
I
on his
know,
chest.
I know, but who? What a champion to be ready to say that.
Where'd that butthole come from? Why'd he have that?
Got stabbed in the heart.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and he took giant shots and was still there. That guy is a warlord.
Yep.
And I don't know if he really won that fight, but if you're going to give a guy the win, you give the Beast the win just because it's great for the UFC. My biggest shock was Johnny Walker. That was
cold cocked, huh?
that's what happens when you come in with your hot pants. That's I'm glad I watched that fight. I'm like, you just thought you had it. Thought you had it from the start, and that dude was not playing. And you played when he got tagged. Right, if you watch it, right before he did get finished, the first punch that rocked him, he got hit with it and went ooh and pulled a fucking smart ass face. Like, good for you. And then the next one came, and the next one came while he was in the middle of going ooh, and the next one bounced off the top of his head and knocked his equilibrium off. So then when he got back up, he couldn't stand up. Like he was wobbling, and that was the end of the fight. So you get hit, instead of going ooh, maybe fucking get ready for the second one, not be so cocky.
He got caught while being a wise ass.
You watch the slow-mo, he gets picked with one shot, and he backs up and goes, ooh, and then the left hook comes and bounces off the side of his head. He sees it coming, and he reacts with the right hand. So he does react to it, but I say that it was off, and you got hit. Maybe if you didn't spend that half a second going ooh at him, acting all cool, maybe that left hook didn't bounce off your temple, and maybe you wouldn't be getting punched in the face until you were semi-conscious.
Speaking of
But
semi-conscious,
that guy is really annoying.
That is more than Gregor Gillespie was after that Kevin Lee fight. That was as brutal a knockout as is possible without a man literally dying in the octagon.
I say the only thing that made it a little less brutal is the cage caught his head. Because you know what makes it worse? When people get knocked out and they do the wakak.
Oh, and they get the second.
The chicken neck whip.
Check this out, guys. This is...
You guys didn't see it?
I did not.
Well, I'm telling you, I recommend the UFC fights. You don't have to be into fighting. It's one hell of a...
I
Who doesn't like watching this?
3 fights.
What? He is done. Bang. Big boot to the old jaw. Does
It's
that
like he
every
got
time.
shot. Yeah, and they showed Joe's reaction to horror.
He's excited about it. Or is he not?
John Anik, who seemed very excited about letting everybody know seconds after Masvidal got his BMF belt that you too can own a BMF belt if you go to
Oh,
UFC.com.
you saw that? Come on, man! Like when I was watching it, the people in my house were like, "Oh, UFC with their BMF scam belt, like you too can get a fake belt." And I thought, you know, it's a business, right? Like they're a giant business, and they have all these people that talk about how to make the business more money to be more powerful and what is your business plan, everybody? Do you want it to be small and petite for the rest of its life, or would you want it to be gigantic and this huge thing? The UFC are not like hiding it. They're trying to become the biggest company in the world, and yeah, they're gonna sell your jerk off asshole belts if you buy them. Somebody saw it and went, "Ooh,
I think
BMF belt, I'm getting one."
I reckon the BMF belt did pretty good.
How much are we charging for a BMF belt, I wonder?
It's got to be a couple $100.
Yeah, my guess is 300.
See, I think the kind of guy who
it's
would
not
buy a
300.
BMF belt isn't the kind of guy who's got $300
But
to
have you
blow.
seen the UFC belts that you can buy? They're smaller and they're like made of plastic, dude. So these ones are going to be, the BMF belt's going to be a little plastic one.
Okay.
So I would say it's a little more around the $100 thing.
Yeah, I will guess $79.99.
Oh, if there's $79.99, I'm buying one. Tell
We
you, that's a
should-
bargain.
We should all get one.
Yeah, everybody should be wearing a BMF belt at the show.
$850.
Oh, wow. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Man, that is preposterous.
We're not getting one.
Nobody's getting a BMF belt on the Jason Ellis show.
Now, are they like BMF socks or something?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, they got lanyards.
Man, who's buying that?
Everybody with like one of those sparkly affliction shirts. And it's going to the club with them.
What's up, baby? You see my belt?
Nobody's buying that and going to a club with it.
That's
not even Tim Sylvia.
I want a dossier on everybody who bought an $850 BMX.
So do I.
Yeah.
I know, right? I want to block them on my social media. I want to
I gotta know where these guys are.
Yes, I know. Could be one right behind me, Michael. Fucking hell. Give me
We
the stats on that.
We need John Matthews' ex to date all of them and put a pin on their phones.
Yeah.
We need to know where these motherfuckers are
Fucking
going.
terrified of these people. Like if the UFC could tell me, oh yeah, we sold 100,000, I'd be like, I'm moving to India. We're gonna die soon, everybody. But maybe it's just a couple of hundred and we're okay.
Maybe. A quick note on The Rock. He took the occasion of the BMF championship to announce that he will be starring in a film and also producing a film about an MMA fighter I'll admit I've never heard of, Mark Kerr.
Yeah.
From the early days of the sport.
Yeah, he was an early days from the sport guy. Great story, I'm sure. I don't know about it.
I think the guy there was a rise and a fall and lots of big knockouts and also I think like a painkiller addiction kind of thing. And I'm led to believe that there was the Smashing Machine. Mark Kerr, one of the pioneering founding fathers of the sport. I think there was like a documentary maybe HBO made about the guy that people responded to. And so HBO aired a documentary about his life and journey through fighting back in 2012 when he also discussed his struggles with the addiction. So The Rock will be portraying an MMA fighter, and I'm sure, of course, there will be a trainer saying, this guy, if he actually really had started a little sooner and dedicated himself, I got pros in here every day. I know a pro when I see a pro.
Yep.
Hey, I call bullshit on that.
So, Dingo, you have big news, huh?
I passed the test.
Yeah!
Nice.
Yeah, I am
man.
a citizen. Hey, man.
You're a citizen, man.
Here's your cheeseburger and
Kick ass.
shotgun.
Yep.
I almost failed the writing part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holla.
I got the
What's more American than that?
got the history part. I aced it. I originally get 10 questions, and they only asked me 5, so you just need to get 6 right. So on my 6, I didn't even get the last 4 questions. So I aced that part.
Yeah.
I had to read when is Columbus Day on a screen, which then I thought I had to then answer, which I didn't know. I didn't study it, but I didn't have to answer. I just had to read it. So I was like, I think, when is Columbus Day? And then I had to write Columbus Day is in October.
Yeah.
That's a weird test.
Yeah, but it's on it's on one of those new iPad screens, right? So it's like, and they have one of those. So I had a pen ready to go. I had my own pen. I was I was ready to go, and it's it's a touchscreen. So I just did a touchscreen with my finger, which is my hand's kind of fucked up right now anyway.
The claw thing, right?
Yeah. So like I'm not really. So I wrote Columbus Day is in October, and you couldn't really read it. So then I had to like redo Columbus, and then I had to guess spelling Columbus. Then she's like, "Well, you spell Columbus."
Give it a shot.
No, Columbus. It was COLUMBUS.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just nailed it.
Right. Yeah. But
I'm not gonna get it.
It's a tricky one because Columbia.
Isn't that weird
is spelled
though? So like, I studied. I studied for like. I studied. Probably like when I first found out I was doing it in like March or something. I studied a little bit, and you didn't really know when I was going to get called in because then there's a long waiting list. So I got approved in February, but I didn't get my letter until the end of September. So today was November 5th. So I've been studying for kind of a long time. So I started in February, and I was kind of going hard, and then I kind of went soft. But when I got the letter back, I just was kind of consistently reading the 100 questions, and they give you the answers to them. You've got to like study them about history, about and just about the certain times, about when the Constitution was written, a little bit about government, a little bit about politics, a little bit about history, a little bit about land, and a little bit about early like 1900s. But you know the questions. But then you have 10. Which you'll get easily, but then it comes down to it. The weird fucking, which I was the most stressed on,
Columbia.
was saying Columbus and then having to spell it.
Yeah, don't worry. It won't be Columbus Day that much longer.
Fuck. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm in.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, I get a passport.
Excited for you.
Nice.
Can I ask you a couple of questions now that you are one of us? And
yeah.
If somebody wants you to go back to where you came from, you can just stay here. Well, no,
Wow.
that's not true. You're
Wait.
more of a second-class citizen.
Oh, really?
Right.
Oh, you do the best you can, Dingo.
Right.
You still might have to go back where you came from.
Yeah, citizenship's become a bit of a sliding scale here in the last couple of years. Sorry, I hate to break that to you.
Yeah.
As an American citizen, what would you guess your personal debt is? Your share of our national debt. What you are now on the hook for that Jason is not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that in the trillions?
You do not personally owe trillions of
Great.
dollars. No,
Then
that's
we're
the
fine.
good news. Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
You owe $54,000.
Says who?
Yeah, ho!
That is the U.S. national debt divided by the number of U.S. taxpayers.
Boom.
What about if you've got an ex-wife?
You got that?
Yeah, we're good.
Terrific. Well, actually, that's one of my jobs. You can just give me that money, and I'll go and give it to the president.
Sure, yeah. You give it to Uncle Donnie. You're good.
Can you guess the deadliest job in all of America?
Ooh.
Anybody, feel free to guess.
Dentist.
Like a wood chopper or something, like people that chop wood. Like
No. Is it a fisherman?
Oh, maybe they do die.
Those dudes out in the
Deep, but there's not they wouldn't
deep
lose
sea
too
fishermen.
Not too many of them would die. Do
I
they?
thought they did.
They all died.
Yes.
Vending machine.
Yeah, but dead men tell no tales, so
Vending
you're
machine.
gonna hear about a lot of those.
Maintenance worker.
Yeah, because those fuckers are violent.
Is that your guess, Will?
Shark wrangler.
I was very surprised to
They
learn.
don't die.
Historically speaking, the deadliest job in the U.S. is U.S. president.
Wow. Yeah, because there's not that many of them.
Yep.
So then the study of them, Abraham Lincoln shot.
They did shoot that guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's only, 4 of them alive right now? That's
He beat
not
up a
good
lot.
success rate.
He beat up a lot of
That's
people
right.
though.
No, yeah.
He's kind of had it coming.
Yeah, but Kennedy.
3.5.
Well, he looked good when he came out in the UFC this weekend. I think it was a really good showing for him. Everybody talked great about him. Dana White had a big speech about how great he is, and then I heard somebody else say how great. A lot of people were saying how great Donald Trump was all Saturday at a press conference. And guy keeps it real. He's an honest guy, and he says he's going to do something. He does it, and he's always supported the UFC and blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Dana White loved him, said a lot of great things, and nobody booed him when he was there. That's what I heard.
When he walked out?
Mm-hmm.
That's not true.
Oh, really?
It was.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was.
He gets booed everywhere.
It was mixed. We can debate.
Dana White said that he thought that New York was nice to him. That's what he said in the
Did
press
Dana White
conference.
say that it was the most electrifying entrance he's seen in 25 years?
Yep.
That is just a flat-out, bald-faced lie.
That's just like some Emperor's New Clothes shit.
That is just hot nonsense.
Hey, he's the most honest man ever.
No, look, I read Dana's statements, and Dana was saying that Trump backed the UFC from the earliest days, and Trump was the one calling him, saying do shit at the Taj Mahal. And I understand how that earns you friendship and loyalty.
Oh, yeah.
And I respect Dana White's.
Dana spoke at the convention.
And I know he did. And I respect Dana's right to look. You look at in the perfect world, you look at a president and go, if I was the guy, if I was president, I would want a guy that would do exactly what I would do if I had that job. And I can easily understand how Dana White can look at Donald Trump and go, if I was president, that's what I would do. Mm-hmm. So I totally get why he supports him. To say, I mean, think about Conor McGregor probably had some pretty electrifying, probably not a lot of boos, probably not a 50-50 smattering of fans and haters when he came out. It's just crazy to say that this is an electrifying.
Do you think that it was more, because I thought maybe if you're Dana and you're standing next to the president coming out and all those, because all the security that came out, did you see the
Secret Service?
Yeah, the Secret Service where they do this crazy looking back thing, like they all come out before he comes out.
They swipe the room.
Maybe that coming down the corridor and being next to him and seeing all that.
Oh, the spectacle of that?
Well, the Secret Service bringing someone into the arena and what happens
maybe
within
that was
it,
what
for
he was
sure.
referring to as a pretty electric thing for Dana, because I don't think he's ever experienced
Definitely not.
coming out
It's
with
a first
the
for
Secret
him.
Service.
Yeah. And he was actually out in the crowd, right?
Yeah, no, he was sitting out in the crowd.
You didn't see the video?
Usually, I saw it from a distance. No, I did. Yeah, I saw.
Because I'm like, how did you know they were booing him if you didn't see the video?
The videos that I saw were from up in the stands where you could kind of guess where he was walking in.
Oh.
I could see.
saw a
I could
video
see.
where
Listen, it's in New York City. A lot of people in New York City don't like Donald Trump. That's
and plenty of people do, and plenty of UFC fans do.
Exactly. And I would say in the UFC fans,
yeah, I
it's
saw
probably a
videos.
mix.
I saw videos like this, so I could guess that he wasn't. And this is somebody up in the midway up in the stand, so I could guess that he wasn't in a luxury box.
Can we listen to it?
that to ACDC?
Yeah. Is there one from down ringside? Because maybe it's like
Listen,
the nosebleeds.
I can hear a little bit of both.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think it was mixed.
And I think UFC fans have to respect Dana either way too.
No, they don't. It's a weird, I mean, there's a lot of people cheering for him, and yeah, you can hear a boo over the back of it.
I think Jason had a good point, though. It is a pretty amazing thing to be a part of. Any president's, Secret Service detail.
I thought that
be
looked crazy
impressive.
to me. I don't know how impressed I was, but I've never seen the Secret Service walk, like a bunch of dudes walk out. I thought it was really cool. The first two walk out and they immediately 180 and watch the top of the entrance. And then the other 8 guys, they're all looking at different things. It's not just security. These are trained dudes that are all scoping. I'm like, well, holy shit, this is. And then he comes out with Dana White. The UFC seeing that at the UFC is pretty crazy.
They travel with his blood. I mean,
no way.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much really fascinating stuff about what the Secret Service does. I've read a couple of books on it, and it's just amazing the links that they go through. It's really crazy.
Another quick point on this that I don't hear a lot of people making. I don't think the president is a guy. Any president would be universally beloved by any crowd, much less a crowd of fight fans. The president's the man. Fuck the man. I don't think that if Obama walks out, people are just like, oh, hail, our hero. I don't think if Clinton walks out, I don't think if Bush. I think any president gets a mixed response.
Yeah. He hugged Roberto Durant. And Roberto hugged him back. It's pretty funny.
Speaking of the Secret Service, Dingo, do you know which president established the Secret Service?
I don't know. That wasn't on my questions.
I have just learned Abraham Lincoln established the Secret Service.
Oh, he should have trained him better.
On the day he was assassinated.
Ah, fuck. They hadn't got a chance to get
really
organized.
No, yeah, they hadn't gotten the really good guys.
They just get
who
started.
look around at the top when they come in.
Sounds like he had a vibe, though. It's like, man, I feel like maybe someone's going to shoot me. We should start organizing security.
Yeah. He was
no one had beakers of his blood.
No, and it's also a little bit misleading because the Secret Service didn't start detailing the president until years later. At the time, it was set up for them to investigate people who were making fake currency.
Ow.
But it was a Secret Service.
And they still do that.
Yeah.
They're the ones responsible for, they're the law enforcement agency for the Treasury.
Yep. Speaking of the Treasury, what percentage of $100 bills are actually inside the U.S.?
Oh, what percentage?
Mm-hmm.
Or inside?
Yeah. All right, I'll tell you.
No, I want to guess.
30 billion.
75%.
Only 1/3 of all $100 bills are actually in America.
Where are they?
It's where our currency is still the global standard. People, like some people hoard gold. People around the world hoard $100 bills. Plus illegal transactions. You can't wire it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Most $100 bills are not in America.
So
weird.
Mm-hmm.
They get boated over?
Well, people can leave with them in their pockets and stuff.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of briefcases with stacks with the cool little piece of paper around in movies. I see that.
Those
Don't
are
trust
cool.
that guy.
Wow.
Cold, hard cash.
Those are cool, though.
What is California's state animal?
Bear.
No. Yeah,
Yep.
it is, yeah. Smokey the Bear.
Yeah. Oh, that's California. Sorry. Wait, you said California?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's grizzly bear.
It is a grizzly bear.
Despite the fact there are no grizzly bears. Every single one of them was killed.
Way to go, the world.
Yep. Where's the Statue of Liberty?
New York.
It's in New Jersey, technically.
Well, the answer is New York.
No, if it's technically in New Jersey, the answer would be in New Jersey.
I can show you government official papers that say it's in New York.
Or you could just say the water.
All right, that's not a good answer.
Isn't it on Ellis Island?
It is on Ellis Island. I know they fought over it for a long time. I thought it was official.
I'm gonna bring the questions in for you. I should start studying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's way closer to New Jersey, but it faces New York. Did the French intend to give it to New Jersey? I don't think so.
Right. No, but the answer is New York. It definitely doesn't say New Jersey. I said New York, and because I remembered if it says come up, don't say New York City, say New York.
And isn't it on Liberty Island?
Oh, I think you might be.
I think you can
Yeah,
see
you
it
might be
from
right.
Ellis Island.
They're two separate little islands.
Oh.
None of us really knows the answers to these. What would you guess is the happiest state?
Ooh, that's not on the quiz.
It's not Jersey.
Nope.
No way.
You guys are bitter
Happiest
as fuck.
state. Well, the ones that rain get
Yeah,
depressive.
I just got back from Jersey. That is not the happiest state.
It is Texas.
Nope.
No. Colorado.
Hawaii.
It will be on Saturday night, but no, not currently.
It's starting to get pretty. It'll get pretty happy on Thursday too, Michael.
It'll start ramping up with crescendo on Saturday.
Colorado.
Utah is the happiest state in the union.
That's a lie.
Man, that tells me that I might be going down the wrong path.
Hail Satan.
Maybe my underlord ways need to change, and I need to believe in the Lord.
Yeah, but maybe that's all because they're
maybe you need to marry some of your other partners.
Pornography.
But
they ban that there.
They're also they're also similar. They're like
Maybe
it's like one of a kind city.
It's really hard to get a hangover there. Maybe that's got something to do with it.
Because they have shitty beer.
Well, they don't really have. It's always really. They don't really favor drinking there.
No,
they're kind of against it.
Yeah, right.
So you got to like go the extra mile to get drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe everyone just gave up, and now they're happier because they don't have alcohol in their system. Because everyone knows it's depressing.
Yeah, I never forget. Friends of mine, Australians, bought like a 12-pack of beer, and them trying to return it, like upset because it's not beer, the weak beer, like the 3-2 beer or whatever it is. It's like drinking water.
That's ridiculous.
That's what 3-2 last time I checked is what like Coors Light and Bud Light are. I don't know that you need to take it back to the store and say I refuse to drink this.
No, it's
if
less
you're
than
Australian,
that.
you do, Michael.
No. They have weaker beer.
Yes.
The Colorado. No,
I know
in
they
Utah
do.
they have weaker beer.
Yeah, I know they do, but I'm saying that is.
I don't think you get it, Michael.
Look, it may have changed.
It's weaker beer, and it needs to be returned.
It may have changed, but years and years ago, I actually called like the Budweiser hotline, and Bud was 4.9 or 5% or something like that, and Bud Light was 3.2. So that's just light beer. That's shitty American light beer.
Yeah,
and Amstel
in
Light's
Australia,
3.2.
light beer just has low calorie, right?
Exactly.
Same alcohol content.
Yeah.
Oh, how do they do that?
Well, we're in Australia.
That's impressive. What is the longest place name in the U.S.?
Longest what?
Name of a place.
Mississippi.
Nope. It's in Massachusetts.
The name is in Massachusetts?
Yes. It's a lake.
Chippewa-Kamapwa.
Lake Wakachui or some shit like that, isn't it?
Lake Chargagagman Chow Chow
come on.
Change
the name.
Pack up the cat, kids.
Change it to like
We're
Ted.
going to Lake Chappapag,
Change it
man.
to, like-
Pack.
I know. Just change it to Ted Lake or something. This is bullshit. We don't have time for that. I don't have time to say that to anybody. Where lake you going to? The fucking one with the red boat that's in there. I'm not saying Wakachoo, Chicka Waka Wakachui. Not saying it.
There is a town that has only one resident.
Yeah?
It's this little old lady, and she is the mayor and a librarian and a bartender. And she's Elsie Eiler is 83 years old, and she pays taxes to herself.
Oh, that's rules.
Yeah.
What happens when she dies?
Can we take over when she dies? Like the.
I mean, it sounds like we could take her now.
That's what I'm saying. I was kind of insinuating. Can we just murder her and take over?
Look out, Manawi, Nebraska. We're coming for you.
Just do the show there and like pay no taxes. Pay our own taxes.
Got it all figured out.
Yeah.
There's a roadside sign that says population 1.
Wow.
And that one is Elsie. It actually
we'll
says 2.
we'll take that sign off and
Make it 5.
5, yeah.
Yeah. Oklahoma is the only state that has an official state meal.
What does that mean?
Well, it's like more than a state food. It's a whole meal.
Wait, it has sides.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's exactly right.
And it's there, and everybody knows that they eat.
Mm-hmm. When we're in Oklahoma,
we eat.
We will be eating.
You eat that. You know what you eat? A fucking
corn.
fried chicken steak or some shit.
Chicken
fried
fried steak is on the list.
Yeah! I knew it. And,
With a side of mashed potatoes.
Yeah, they got to have the
Nope.
gravy. Oh, no gravy?
Buttered corn?
Biscuits, sausage, and gravy.
Yeah, sausage.
Mm-hmm.
You motherfuckers is nasty.
Wow.
That's such a heavy meal, man. Nobody should eat that, and that's your meal?
In total, people in Oklahoma, every single day at every meal, eat barbecued pork, chicken fried steak, squash, cornbread, fried okra, biscuit, sausage and gravy, corn, strawberries, black-eyed peas, and pecan pie.
Ugh.
Yes! Throughout the day.
Yeah, is the life expectancy there like 7?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
what is the average weight, though? What the average weight of that?
Any lady over 27 is a giant fat pile.
That's insane.
Man, I was looking at a news story before the show, something we might be talking about later, in one of the Carolinas, and they had a banner ad for local people, because most people would be reading it in North Carolina since that's what it's about, and they said 1 in 5 people in the state has diabetes.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's...
Isn't that crazy?
Man.
Maybe it's time to change that state meal.
It's just so easy to eat bad here, though. It's the options are always in front of you, and it's cheaper.
Yeah. I've been getting good, though.
Oh, look out, everybody.
Listen to this. I went to...
Updates with Cool Beans.
I went to Ralph's All Stone, so I tried to lose a bunch of weight for my sister's wedding.
It's a bad idea to go get your
I know.
get your shit when you're super high.
That's my trap, too.
Yeah, because
So,
at Ralph's, you got to buy cookies and shit.
Can buy everything.
Yes. So I lost like 12 pounds for my sister's wedding. Pigged the fuck out.
Why'd you do that?
I just wanted to look good in all the family photos. It was going to be the first time the family's been together in a while, and probably the first time for the rest of our lives that a bunch of them will be there.
On to upstage the bride.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to make sure I looked good for the first time seeing people and look good in the pictures and shit. And I pigged the fuck out at the wedding and ate like a beast. And then I went right back into it. I got home, right back into the diet and shit. And I went to Ralph's all stoned. And man,
Yeah, did I also mention that I like to butt fuck dudes?
No.
That as well.
But
Burns
that's
calories.
good to know.
Burns calories. But I went into Ralph's and I was so fucking hungry and I didn't do it, Dingo. I stared through the glass at the Ben & Jerry's pints and just salivated. And I, for the first time in my life, had willpower.
Do you feel good about yourself?
I still want that ice cream.
Yeah, it's hard to go past that window. That's big. That's big. What did you buy?
Fucking fruits.
That's good.
Yeah.
You got to look at it like, you got to go, fucking fruits.
Yeah,
Not
I know.
fucking fruits. Like, it's killing you. Where's your cum? You didn't put cum tar buttons on Kevin's page? You put it on another page, Bennett?
Yeah, they're on the Recents page, I believe.
Which page?
Recents?
The fuck is Recents?
Or Recess?
Let me check.
Reese's?
Oh, we got a Reese's
Peanut
Pieces
butter.
page
Oh my
now?
goodness, I'm eating so many of those.
Makes sense.
Man.
My training is the unstoppable force, but the immovable object is my kid's Halloween candy.
Oh, fuck. That's tough.
You don't have to make weight,
No,
so
I know
you
I
can have
don't.
some candy. It's
No, I
fine.
know.
So
I
I heard
know,
a
it's
crazy
fine.
story that
Oh, my-
America
yeah.
spends, the spend was like $500 million on Halloween on people, American spending outfits on their pets. Some weird fucking number like that was just like,
I
wow.
believe that. Man, it's kind of sad. I went to the Halloween store like at the very last minute, and it's just trash and stuff. Is all
That's,
over the
you're
floor.
gone. I
And
just
it's
recycle.
like,
I've done the same costume, I think, 3 years in a row.
just how much
You're
fucking.
not Jesus again, are you?
No, now I'm the Jesus cloth, but I've got the real It mask from the 80s.
I'm going to the Halloween store tomorrow to get a deal on some cool Hate Bean Cool Bean costume.
Wow.
goodness moves out your butt cheeks.
You get the very last thing that's left.
You can put
Fuck
it over
yeah.
that.
For a steal.
New drops too.
Dude, I threw up
No,
in my
put
mouth.
it on Kevin's page,
Okay, I'll move
down
on.
in the corner, over these two.
I want to taste it.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit boxing training today.
What?
Because we were going to have sushi for dinner, but then lunch went really, really late and nobody wanted to eat when we got home. So we just kind of, they had like a little snack and I skipped that because I was so full. And you know what happens? Then it's like 9 o'clock and you actually get hungry. And I had to get our family's groceries for the week. So I went out and I bought like vegetables and fish and the ilk. And then I went to a taco truck on my way home from Vaughn's and I ate a burrito. And I
A burrito before you trained?
No, last night. I ate a burrito and had a scotch while I watched the Masvidal Nate Diaz fight.
Yeah.
And then I threw away like a quarter of it because I figured that was the part that was going to really slow me down this morning. And I was just in the middle of like hitting the bag, doing burpees, blah, 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 and I just fucking flat out was like, time out, just vomited in my mouth. And then I just swallowed it and continued on with my day. But that's the first time that
You
happened.
hear that, Yoga Pants? Tell
Coming
he's
for
training
you.
until he's vomiting.
Uh-huh.
I'd be worried if I was you. I know you're very stretchy, but
Which, if you eat a burrito shortly beforehand, isn't that hard to do. But technically true.
I would be worried. He's vomiting. That means he's going for it.
I'm going hard. I feel better now than I ever have for an Ellis Mania fight. Maybe I'm just remembering wrong or something, but I feel like I used to get so fucking tired at the gym, and I don't know. I feel like I'm working hard, and I feel like I'm doing okay. We'll see what happens.
You eat a lot better, though.
I eat way better. I used to
feel
smoke.
like he's.
I used to smoke a little bit. I don't smoke anymore.
Right.
I
You
used
don't
to
smoke
drink more.
anymore?
I have had one cigarette this year, and I regretted it so bad.
Wow.
I went and got some food to take the feeling out of my tummy.
Yeah.
And then ended up regretting that food. That's a whole long story.
Right. That's big, though.
I went to a weird hookah bar on La Cienega to get away from cigarettes. It was a really bad move.
Yeah, interesting. Good
That
for
does
you, though.
sound
That's
like a bad move.
I had just done stand-up. That's the falafel place that was open in the vicinity at midnight.
Yeah, stand-up is
Stand-up will
excellent.
do that to
It's
you.
excellent for fighting.
I bummed a cigarette from Joe DeRosa. It seemed like the thing to do, and I
Yeah.
haven't had. I went to a wedding and my wife was bumming smokes, and I would have joined her. I just literally did not care to. So yeah, I think I am in better shape than I was.
That's good.
When I fought like Levy. Levy and I were.
Your lungs repair though.
They do. I stopped smoking before the Levy fight, and then I was hanging out with him the night before that fight, and he was smoking. So I'm like, okay, give me cigarettes.
Yeah.
Because as long as I know we're even.
I did Jude's show, and he said that John said that he is smoking 5 to 10 cigarettes a day still.
Really?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
But if you smoke, there's not that. He has tons of cardio. He just had a lot of cardio to begin with, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna gas. But I told him you got to cut that down. Get it down to on the day, don't smoke. Day before, don't smoke. And then maybe your lungs will be delightfully surprised.
Can somebody that smokes 5 to 10 cigarettes a day not have a cigarette in a day?
Yeah, and he's weaning. That's weaning down. He usually probably smokes a pack and a half.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and drinks all day. That's what I'm saying. He to him is gonna be fitter than he's ever been because he's down to 5 smokes a day and not drinking at all. He said he's not drinking at all. So that means
What does he eat when he eats now?
now he eats some food. He has sandwiches and stuff. No, he eats actual meals. Before he wasn't eating meals either. He was having nuts at the bar.
Peanuts at the bar.
Yeah. So he'll be ready. Did I tell? I only said it on the Jude show. I punched him as hard as I could in the stomach this morning.
How do you feel?
He did the like the wind. I knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah.
And he went to he didn't go down. He hunched over, and I said, "Get the fuck back up and start punching." And he stood up and started circling me and throwing. They weren't punches. They were more like hands out. And he was still making that sound. He was like, so that means he could still fight winded. And I punched him in the head at one point, a left hook, and he must have moved maybe 6 or 7 feet I punched him into the ropes, and I landed on my knuckle on the side of his head.
Wow.
Hard.
Yeah.
And he bounced off the ropes. He looked surprised, like he was like, oh my God, really?
In fairness, John always kind of looks surprised.
Good point. But I think maybe
he just has pug eyes.
But I feel like I'm trying to, like when I did that and I knew that I caught him good, I watched his eyes to see maybe, because I don't analyze his face all the time, but when I hit him hard, I look at him to see if he's still home, to see if he's, do I need to back off or do I need to put it on him? And he's there. He was there. I did several bursts of, I ain't playing. You throw your punch and I'm going to come at you with my punch. And at least 4 or 5 times I landed 2, he threw his 2 and I moved in and went whack, whack on his head.
Wow.
Hard. And he moved back and moved out of the way. I don't know if he's even going to go down. Like he might I just don't see Chris punching as hard as that. I punch hard for anybody. Maybe Chris does too. I don't know. But odds are, I think he eats it and throws back, and you got yourself like a serious brawl.
Right. Is he? How? When does he stop training? Is he training all
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday morning, I'm beating the shit out of him.
Are you worried you could potentially
I'm getting beat the shit out of too?
No, but are you worried that you could like fuck him up to the point where he'll be in bad shape for the fight on Saturday?
I don't throw hard on his nose. I just hit him in the side of the head. I mean, this is the game, man. It's not. There's the only way to get ready for it. This is the ultimate way to get ready for it because you've never had a fight. There's so much pressure. You're not that good. You know you're going to make mistakes. You're not Cotto or any of these guys. You're going to get hit, and you need to be ready for war. It's a messy. You're gonna spaz out. You're gonna blow your lungs out. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Remember your training. Remember when I put you in the 3rd round when you were really tired and started trying to rip your stomach open. Remember that because it ain't so bad. If you make it this morning, you can make it Saturday night. And when you have that knowledge, when you know that Jason tells you that I tried to beat your fucking head in and you're still there, you'll be there on Saturday. And when you know that, it's so much. It means so much to know that you can take it because he's not sure if he can take it. He's never had a fight.
What's the longest sustained boxing that he's done?
What do you mean?
I mean that he's just kept going. I mean, has it been like 5 minutes?
Do you mean sparring?
Yeah.
How many rounds?
Well, we're doing 3-minute rounds with 45 seconds rest, which means he gets less rest than he's going to get in the real fight.
Okay, so you are letting him rest rounds and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I just didn't know how much he would be able to take.
Well, part of learning how to fight good is in between rounds, you learn how to get your heart rate down faster than the other person. So that's training as well. He has to, and that's why I give him 45 seconds, because I give you less time to get your heart rate down, to get your cardio back up, so you can come out fresh again. And when you can, on the night when you get that extra 15 seconds, it's gonna feel good. And you know, I'm just planning for. He's really nervous. Chris said to me today on the All Out show, "I'm not nervous." And I said, "Are you fucking serious?" And then he goes, "No, I thought you were talking about right now." And I'm like, "Okay, either you're really dumb, or you were lying. But will you think you'll be nervous on Saturday?" He's like, "Meh." I'm like, "This is going to work out." Like he thinks he's going to be kicking back. All the All Out show fans, they know that he's got it. He's way bigger. And I'm like,
And what's his training been?
None. He lifts weights. I'm sure he's got his cardio up because he knows, because everyone's saying that he's going to gas. So he's probably doing tons of running, even though he wasn't supposed to. But I bet you he is, because he's scared. I know he is. Everybody's scared. You're going to have a fight on Saturday. John's little, but he's going to go for it. And when you get real tired and he starts punching you in the face when you're tired, and we're all looking at it going, now what, dude? Like his whole show will destroy him. You don't think there's pressure from that? I told him, I'm nervous to fight Simon. You'd be a fucking idiot to not be nervous when you're going to fight somebody. What if I get all cocky and walk in there and make a mistake and eat one on the chin like Pac-Man, and I'm just asleep? The end. Never to fight again. You will be fucking... I'm not getting knocked out by this guy. I'm very serious. And when you go, "Hey man, no big deal, Saturday night," it tells me you're in for a big surprise. We're going to make it nerve-wracking. It's going to be so official. You know, there'll be announcers. Will bring up their stats before they fight. They'll be jumping up and down. They're going to touch gloves. They're going to face off. You know, there's 1,200 people that are going to go, "Ooh." And he knows he's on, there's YouTube. There's fucking millions of people that are going to be on that. It's free.
I was talking to Jude earlier today and kind of mentioned how even if it goes the distance, like if it goes to decision, that's still kind of like clowning rights against Chris.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like even if Chris wins by decision, it's like, wow, how did you not finish that wispy old man?
Right. And if you win by decision, I even said on the All Out show, I'm like, look, I'm not Don King, and it's not Vegas, but it is Ellis Mania, and John is on my side, and the judges might be a little biased.
What are you saying? Your shows are rigged?
I'm saying for some fights, yes. I'm saying if he doesn't, I'm saying this is John's home. If John makes it all the way through, and Chris gets tagged enough to the point where it's like, yeah, maybe Chris won, probably bullshit. And if he starts pushing him around, if he does any kind of foul, that will be an immediate point deduction, and it'll be stated. Like if he cheats. If he does anything that's roughhousing, if he hits him in the back of the head, it'll be a 1-point deduction.
Free shot to the groin.
It won't be a free shot. It'll be a 1-point deduction, and that's one round where it could be a 9-9. If he gets a point deduction, and then if he does it again in the next round, just say you never know. Never know. You don't know. Can he make it though? Chris is very big.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a very big man.
That weight and age gap is tough to overcome for sure.
But that's why we're here. We're here to test ourselves. John picked a fight. He's going through it. This is the biggest fight of his life. It's hopefully the only fight of his life. And we're here to watch it. What actually makes a better toothbrush, everybody? Is it industrial strength power, miracle claims of trendy ingredients, or multiple modes? If you ask dentists, they'll tell you it's less about the brush and more about how you use it. Quip was created by dentist product designers to focus on what actually matters: your oral health, healthier habits, Quip sensitive vibrations. With a built-in timer guides, gentle brushing for dentists recommended 2 minutes with a 30-second pulse to ensure an even clean. Quip automatically delivers brush heads every 3 months, so you got sweet bristles right on schedule. Sleek, intuitive design, simple to use. Got a travel cap, doubles as a mirror mount. These thoughtful features make brushing something you actually want to do twice daily. You'll have a vibrator in your mouth. Good habits matter. Help to live a healthier life. So, help from fresh oral health habits with Quip. Quip starts at $25. And if you go to getquip.com/Ellis right now, you get a refill pack for free. That's one refill pack for free. getquip.com/Ellis.
Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103.
With Jason Ellis.
Right after this on Faction Talk.
If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. If you can't afford to expand, mate, make a new hire, launch that new ad campaign like I'm selling ruse. Oi. Selling ruse on the black market. Wait, that's probably not a good idea. Make a new hire, launch a new ad campaign, you know. How revenue's pacing against last year. Most companies don't have a clear picture of their finances, so they make key business decisions without critical information based on their gut, or even worse, mate, their Vegemite. And that's why many businesses fail. I'm so ready to cuss right now. I probably should change my accent. Are you confident that you got the right numbers at your fingertips? Serious finance teams run on NetSuite by Oracle, you know. It's the world's #1 cloud-based system. NetSuite offers a full picture of all your finances, all in one place in real time, right from your phone or your desktop. No more guessing, no more worry about you don't know could kill your company. That's why NetSuite is the world's #1 cloud-based system, as I already stated. Companies that use NetSuite grow 3 times faster than S&P 500. And right now, NetSuite is offering A valuable insight with their free guide, 7 key strategies to grow their profits at netsuite.com/Ellis. That's netsuite.com/Ellis to download your free guide, 7 key strategies to grow your profits at netsuite.com/Ellis.
Jason Ellis on Faction Talk.
Yeah. Where?
The Jason Ellis Show.
So there, the Wilson, North Carolina Police Department was in hot pursuit of a perp.
Sweet.
Man, this is so hot. I have to jerk off.
Wait, there's more, Kevin. Pace yourself.
There are cop cars that say Wilson Police on them.
That is exactly
Oh, no. What have we done?
I
I didn't come on my own face on purpose.
The officers approached this vehicle with 5 males inside, including one possible murder suspect. And upon being approached, the perps, the alleged perps, took off, and the police are in hot pursuit. And the police are following the rules of high-speed chases, which is follow them around everywhere and don't do a goddamn thing. Until
That is not the rules.
finally,
It is what they do, and you
Go
love
ahead.
until finally, an undercover cop, the driver of a black Ford Taurus with blue lights, pinned the suspect, finally did something. Between his car and the lead police vehicle, allowing the uniformed cops to move in and arrest the perps.
Yeah.
And then they went over to shake the hand of this brave hero who threw decorum and rules and regulations
It was a
aside
talking
to
seal.
get his man.
He had no
It was
hand.
an
It went, and they were like, what the fuck? No.
No, that guy ran away, and he was arrested on Wednesday after it was determined he is not a police officer.
Why you got to arrest him, though?
Because you're not allowed to make the real cops look bad by actually doing something.
No. Oh, my God, Tully, you asshole. You are such an asshole.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean-
just reading the story.
Oh, that's what it says
He
there?
he kind of did get him, though. Well, Tully's got a point. He kind of did.
Yeah.
They
and,
couldn't get him, and he did get him, just
and,
saying.
I grew up standing up in the front of the car while Dad drove 80 miles an hour down the interstate. That
What's
doesn't
that
mean
got to do
that's a
with it?
right thing to do.
No,
Is that what you did?
I don't know how you have
Because
to mix
that
up my story.
situation
My story
happened
is...
to work out. That doesn't mean that that's the right thing to have
No, but he
happen.
did the right thing. He got justice.
He did not do the right thing.
These guys were bad. They were murderers, Michael.
Yes.
And he got them. And if he didn't get them, those guys weren't.
Oh, yeah?
And now we got a murder
And-
off the street thanks to this guy, and you're going to put him in jail for that?
And you know that. You think that...
That's what he just said.
Okay, so you
That's
know...
in the story, too.
So you think all citizens should be allowed to crash their car into any suspect?
If they're absolutely positive that they can stop the car that the police are chasing, yes.
Yeah, if they think
And-
they're good at it, then yes.
And the government should pay for reimburse for the damages of the hero that got the guy.
So if it's a 13-year-old kid
Driving
He
the
doesn't
car.
have a car. Oh, in
who
America they
stole
can
a
have a car? Oh.
then you could kill him.
Wait, I didn't say kill him. I said
You're not supposed to kill him. You're supposed to
pin
pin him.
Oh, what? You're not supposed to kill them.
I didn't
but-
say if you see a guy going down the freeway and the police are chasing him, have a head-on collision with him.
No, but
I said-
surely someone will be inadvertently killed by people who think they can drive real good trying to get somebody off the street, right?
Surely, you say.
Yes. Absolutely, 100%.
We're just saying when you see your shot, take your shot.
Yeah.
When you're on the freeway and the dude's doing 5 mile an hour and they're coming up behind, put him into the fucking wall, Americans. Come on.
Why do you think that they don't do that?
Because they're pussies.
Because they don't love freedom as much as the rest of us.
Okay, neither one of those things are true.
Could be an illegal immigrant. You know, those are trouble.
Yeah, those guys, they run over the border. They
Yeah.
just get in the car and start going.
They're all murderous and rapists. You got to put them in the wall.
And now there are police, too.
How many lives did you save when you stopped the illegal murdering rapist?
I don't know.
Let's assume every criminal is that.
Until
proven innocent.
That's not how it works in America.
Yes,
Supposedly,
it is. I just said until proven innocent.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Oh, that's how it goes.
We will.
Yes.
Hey,
Are you sure that's how it goes for everybody?
I'm pretty sure that's the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, supposed to, my butt.
Yeah, after God sorts them out, right.
No.
You got to let God sort them out. I mean,
Yeah.
what the hell is God doing here?
If it's the
If
random,
he's not sorting them out, what the fuck?
if it's the random illegal immigrant who's not a criminal, well, he just gets to meet God sooner.
Yeah, he
Oh,
just gets to
come
go
on.
back where he came from.
Look,
is what is really going on.
Which is ultimately where all of us came from, is heaven.
Right. Eventually he dies where he came from, which is where we came from.
Look.
The womb of Mary.
The cops have a series of guidelines, a series of rules.
I've had it up to here with your rules.
And guess what? They get their person.
You know what? You know what? If you don't want to make a citizen's arrest, you fucking pussies, maybe you should go back where you came from. I'm just trying to get fucking criminals off the streets.
You should play the chief in every police movie, Will.
Yeah, and I should play Batman.
God damn it, you're breaking the rules, Tully.
Yeah. I just feel like when it's one of those ones where he has gone crazy and doesn't pay any attention to, and there's a giant line of police that are following him and he hits traffic. Why not just pull the car sideways so that he stops there and then get out and run off? He can ram your car, he can stay there, and then they can do the standoff thing. But did you not just nullify? Why not do that?
Yeah.
How is that not
You know what? You should
a
travel
great American
around America instructing police on how to do their jobs.
You
The
just
Tully-
turn things upside
Tully
down.
and Jason
You could get a bus.
will tell you guys how to do your jobs because you
I'm not telling
clearly
you how to
don't
do
know
your
how
job.
to do your job.
What?
And you're a pussy.
What? Oh, you are a pussy. But not all the time, just sometimes. Wouldn't it be convenient if there's any police listening?
I'm sure it's
Wouldn't it
easy.
be awesome if you were chasing him down the freeway and you're doing that thing where he's going super slow and you've been chasing him and he's in another city now because he's just going and you guys are following him, and then a dude in a truck just fucking parks across him and blocks him? You know you're pumped he did that. You know you're pumped. Don't tell me you get out later and get all mad at that guy. Nuh-uh. 855 Ellis 41. Any officers out there that think that would be a good thing to do? How's that not a good thing? He stopped. Now he has to get out or reverse, and guess what? He reverses into you. Uh-oh.
Because we don't
Fender
need
bender
to-
with the police. That's bad.
No.
You got to do something.
Add that to his bill.
And
Yeah.
guess what? If a
He's
car's
blocked in, man.
Yeah, if you're a cop and a car's coming at you, you're going to shoot the driver.
You do?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so
They're assaulting you with a deadly weapon.
right, so
Saves us a lot of court fees.
you blocked him off, and then he has the choice. Enough of the shit. He has the choice. He either steps out and lets the authorities arrest him, maybe get a dog to chew on his arm, or he can back up and be blasted upon. This is serious shit. You're supposed to pull
So-
over when the cops tell you to pull over.
I do.
Yeah, me too. Now I'm sick of people that
I
don't
do.
do it.
So we
If you don't do it, you get shot.
set a precedent that
What?
whoever wants to can
We
participate.
got to respect the law.
in
We
a
don't
car
respect the
chase.
law. We're animals.
Wait, didn't you just call the law pussies?
Just for the one thing to piss you
Animal?
off. I think it's. Look, I just.
That's
think-
nice to say from your comfy, air-conditioned chair, Jason.
I don't know why. It's got no
Try
egg.
walking the beat.
I would walk the beat.
Will has tried walking the beat. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
I would walk the beat.
He
I would-
walks the beat every day.
They wouldn't give it to me.
What's the beat?
But being a cop, but I would be a cop.
Wait, Dingo has a question.
Wait, that wasn't on your test today, Dingo?
That was not on my question.
If a cop's walking a beat, what does that mean?
I don't know.
What do you think it is?
Just playing some music,
Yeah.
rhythm,
Episode of Cop Rock.
moving to it. Honestly, what do you think, Dingo?
I don't know. Getting shot?
Yep, that's what it is.
No.
When they're walking the beat, they're getting shot.
Will does it every day.
Remember that, everybody.
Yeah. People throw bombs at me. What am I going to do?
So, Will, in all honesty, all hyperbole and joking
Yeah.
aside, if you were in that situation where you could just move your car a couple feet and definitely end a very low speed chase,
I would accidentally do that.
so you do it.
Yeah, of
You
course.
would be a hero just like this guy.
No.
What do you mean? That's what I did, but that's all I was saying.
You would also impersonate a police officer.
No. No. No.
But you just said you would.
No, I'm saying I would do it. I said it's the wrong thing to do.
But you would do it.
We all do things
It's
that
the
we
wrong
think are
thing
the
to
wrong
do, but
thing
it's
to
kind
do.
of the right thing to do. It's one of those things
It's
where
not
you
the right
It
thing to
is.
do.
It is.
It absolutely is the wrong
Don't
thing
listen to
do,
him,
and I would
everybody.
do
Block
it.
everybody
Really?
off.
Yeah.
Don't you think sometimes the wrong thing to do is the right thing to do?
No.
Never,
well,
ever, ever?
Yeah, no, of course.
What
there-
about if somebody's being real mean to a small person and you defend that small person and beat him up? Is that not the wrong thing, but it's the right thing?
It depends on what the situation is. I don't have
Raping
all
a
the
lady on
facts.
the street, she's screaming help, and I come
Okay,
out and grab the
then-
guy and soccer kick him in the face.
That would be the right thing to do.
All right.
So
What
it is
about-
the right thing to do. What about if there's a guy who definitely committed some heinous crime and you definitely know he did it and you also know that he's covered up the evidence and there's no fucking way he's going to be convicted, but you have a chance to kill him?
Now what, hot shot?
I might
What do
take
you do?
that shot. I don't know. It depends on the circumstances. But again,
It's not about it takes bravery to murder a man, obviously, but is it the right thing? I think it is the right thing to do to kill that guy.
maybe, but you know what? You don't take the law into your own hands.
Well, I'm saying
Yeah,
it
you
is
do
the right thing
sometimes.
to
I
take
knew
your
for
own.
a fact.
You just said I could kick that dude in the head for trying to rape the lady. That's taking the law into my own hands.
No, it's not.
It is. What I'm really
it's
supposed to
not the
do, if you
law.
want it, you didn't say it, but what I'm supposed to do is hold him down and call the authorities. That's what I'm supposed to do. Me kicking him, that's an assault charge.
No, it's
It
not.
fucking
you
is,
would not
dude.
be charged
If-
with assault.
If he wasn't, even though I don't want to get into, if he was to the point where you knew he was trying to do the rapey thing, and I was just a
Nope.
citizen and I like soccer kicked him, I'm going to jail.
No cop is going to arrest you for that. No jury is going to convict you for
Well,
that.
I think if I blocked a guy off on the freeway, I don't think any cop would put. I say if I ram the guy, sure, get crazy. But if it's on the freeway and he's going slow, and I just go, "Eek, what's up?" and he can't, he has to back up to get around me, and he's stuck there. How am I? They're gonna be like, "Hey, man, that was awesome. Thank you."
No, they're not.
Yeah, they will.
I mean, even if they do, it's
you kidding,
it's the
man?
wrong thing to do. And you're
I'll probably get one of those fake badges,
You'll probably
Michael, where
get
I
a
can like
ticket.
show it to people and say,
You'll probably
maybe
get arrested.
They'll
You
deputize
deserve a
you.
fake badge.
I'll get a deputy.
No.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
get deputized.
It's gonna be Miller time. You're gonna have Miller time with
I'll be
you.
like Elvis and shit.
Hold
like,
on,
excuse me, you
hold
got
on.
pulled over. And
How
shit.
did this conversation start? With a guy doing that and getting arrested.
He rammed him
Well, he also ran from
and
the
ran
scene.
from the scene.
If you do it and stay, then you're fine.
You own it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
own it.
You go. You guys never saw me.
Oh boy.
It's Miller time.
Yeah, you know what? This is my gift to the authorities from me to you. Enjoy. I'm out of here. I got to get to work.
No,
Hail Satan.
You're complicating things, is what you're doing.
By catching the perps.
Man, how did I complicate it by saving maybe several lives? Not to mention the guy's a murderer, and now he's not on the streets anymore. You're welcome.
No one is debating that this guy caught the perps.
Yeah, okay.
So he didn't complicate things.
Yeah, he did.
He ended it.
Look,
That seems pretty cut and dry to me.
No, they would have gotten
You don't
him
know that.
anyway.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
He could have done a
Sometimes
tuck and
they get
roll
away.
off a bridge or something. They get away. Yep.
There was 5 guys in
seen
the
it.
car. If they just got out and ran, are they going to get all 5?
Yeah.
That's tough to.
They
that's-
do get away,
maybe,
Will.
Maybe.
They do that a lot.
We've pulled car chases up before where the person got away.
Yeah, that does happen.
Fact of the matter
from
is, you had
to
some time and you were unsuccessful, and then homie came in and was successful. So that kind of makes you look like.
Yeah.
No,
This
they
could have
were
been one of
not
those times. Those guys
unsuccessful.
could have gotten
To
away.
be
Coulda got him, but you didn't get him.
unsuccessful at something, you have to stop doing that thing. You have to stop obtaining that goal, and then you're unsuccessful.
So if the guy gets away, but they never stop looking for him, they're not unsuccessful until they die.
Yeah,
not
on their
unsuccessful
deathbed,
until
they have to
stop.
mention that he did fail this one time trying to capture a guy that stopped the criminal before he did, because he was not able to stop him. But he sure was going to. Let me assure you of that. But unfortunately, the fact does remain that the criminal did that.
Cops have asked people to participate in chases before,
Hell yeah.
like trucks. They get a rolling, block going
Is that illegal?
to ask somebody to do something. I guess they don't have to do it.
Garrett, you've called the show. What's up?
Hey, I just heard this, and one thing that Will said is he had blue lights in his car. As a citizen, if we got in the way and helped him out, I don't think it'd be a big deal. The problem is he had stuff to impersonate a cop in the car, and that's why they want to arrest him.
Well, right. No, the larger issue is the guy had the lights. Has he done this before? Probably.
He was impersonating a police officer.
Is he a weirdo? Probably. But in this isolated incident, what he did, he never did anything so bad that they heard about it before. Even if he's been
Right,
pulling people
yeah,
over for 10 years, couldn't have been so bad. Nobody reported him.
Giving people fake tickets for doobies and shit. Thanks, Garrett.
Yeah.
That's not true.
What's not true?
He told me I had
Why'd
to pay
you
my
wait to
ticket
say
with
that?
Venmo.
He said that during it.
Yeah, it's just not true. If you interfere with police business, you're gonna,
But
probably.
don't you think? What about there's levels to it? Honestly, does every time the guy, if it ever happens, I'm sure I've seen it where the truck, there's a people behind, the guy is behind, and the truck just sort of moves to one side, so the guy's stuck. That has happened. I've seen that.
Yes.
Do they put that guy in jail afterwards?
They will, if all of their attention isn't focused on getting who they were after in the first place, if they have the time and
That's not what I
resources,
said.
they will.
That's not what I said. When they just park in front, when they just move and block the guy, I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
And
I have
then
too.
they often will get out of the car because they realize what they've done. When they have the guy and they arrest him, do they go over and arrest the other guy?
You're saying they did it on purpose or an accident?
On purpose.
Then yeah, that has definitely happened, and we just read a story about it happening.
But that's not the same story. God damn it, Will, you're so annoying.
No, but
this guy was impersonating a police officer. He rammed the guy and drove off. I'm talking about on the freeway or in the side streets where they're going super slow, and the guy behind there's traffic, and he just goes, and he blocks the guy.
Simply the guy that
I know.
So nobody rammed anybody. The dude stays there. He doesn't say freeze or I'll shoot you. He just parks the car and blocks the guy. Doesn't hit him.
Does he sit in the car?
Sure. He's definitely
Okay,
staying
then
for
he's in
He's
the line
definitely
of
staying.
fire.
Well, maybe okay.
That
So he
puts
goes to jail. Does
officers
he go?
in
Do you go to jail for being in the line of fire?
No, but it puts officers in a more dangerous position because now they can't.
I
shoot
wish there was a
for
police
fear.
officer that could tell me.
I
is
know.
There, do
We
you
have a
go
lot
to-
of cops who listens to the show. Except
Do
for
you
when
go to
call.
prison for parking across the street and making the criminal no longer be able to drive forward? And obviously, I feel like if you did do that, if I did that, I would get out of the car because I would feel like I need to get out of the way for, let's say this guy rams my car. I don't think it's a good idea to still be in it. If he rams the police and they shoot, I don't think it's a good idea to be in the way. But I definitely think if all the, I back the authorities. I want, if you're chasing somebody and they're like, fuck you and driving off, I'm not friends with that guy. That guy's a fucking idiot.
Right.
And he needs to be off the streets.
Right.
And if I can park my car in front of him, if it ever happened, I am 100% doing it. 100%. I'm helping them. But I would not, if they were in front of me and I like peeled off around them and rammed the guy, I wouldn't do that. But if it was just like I'm in traffic and there's like, woo, 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 I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And some dude in a fucking Acura is like trying to get through everybody, I would just go, hey, I got a fucking nice car too. I don't care. I would go,
I have
and just
done
park and block
something
that lane.
like that.
What are you gonna
before. I did do that a long time ago.
Did you go to jail for it?
You didn't tell us that, Will.
What happened was me and my brother were in a car and we were parked at a light and the police are on foot chasing a guy who runs right by the car and I opened up my car door.
So he ran into it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's way more physical.
Yeah.
That's way more intrusive.
Hey, like I said.
That's assault.
I would do it.
Did you go to jail
No.
for it? Okay, so what the fuck are you talking
Okay,
about?
but did you try and go on under the guise of like, oh, I didn't even see him coming?
Of course.
I've been
just
trying
opened
to
up my car door.
I've been trying to make the distinction between there's legal and illegal, and then there's right and wrong, and they're usually the same thing, but not always. What you're saying is you think technically that was probably an illegal thing to do, but was it the right thing to do? I think we can all agree that it was.
It was fun, but I don't know if it was right.
It was brave, and it was right.
I wasn't brave.
I think it's
Opened up my
brave.
car
I think
door.
it's a little bit brave. You're trying to help police officers do a very dangerous job.
I feel like opening my car door to stop a criminal is also opening myself up to that criminal.
Yeah, but I think it's a bad idea for people to get involved in a police chase.
I agree.
Most of the time, I agree.
Unless you
got a clear shot.
No, see?
I don't know, man. I feel like, remember that one in the alleyway where the dude runs and homie sees him running and the cops are chasing him and he just throws up a wheel kick and plants it right on the dude's face and drops him.
Yes,
And I feel like the dude stole a purse and that dude just dropped him. I'm like, does the police took that guy and put him in jail, or does he go, hey man, probably don't do that. That was kind of dangerous, but still, thank you.
Also, are cops allowed to, like, if they're chasing a perch? Sorry, just spit it a bit.
I do it all the time. Let's go. Let's do it.
If police are chasing a purse snatcher on foot, can they go like, "Hey, stop that guy"?
Yes.
Or is that against?
They can,
protocol?
right?
I don't know.
Well, at least he finally admitted he didn't know. But I would.
What do you mean? I'll tell you if I don't know something.
You don't know, then you're saying everyone goes to jail if they cut somebody
I
off
did
on
not
the freeway.
say everyone. I was just
You
about
just said
to
this,
say,
they
in
go to
fact,
jail.
I was just about to say, in fact, there are incidents you can point to of anything happening. But more often than not, if you try to run a guy off the road,
Yeah, run
who
off the
is-
road, but not block him. I'm saying that's you're doing two different arguments. If you block somebody, I believe most times you don't go to prison for that. I believe if you ram another guy who's a criminal to help the police, that is often you probably do get in trouble for that because you're endangering all the other people on the street. It's very basic. But how many times have we been there where Tully's trying to roast you because the guy's doing 2 miles an hour and there's traffic everywhere, and it would take one guy to just go and then walk out of the car, and that dude is stuck there. Now the game is now over. Maybe you're right though. Maybe that provokes the guy into a shootout.
Is there a
but
school nearby?
If he was ready for a shootout, doesn't that mean he was always ready for a shootout, and that was going to happen anyway?
Yeah, but what if it's what if there's a school nearby? What if this is a place?
Don't block him
highly
if you're out the
trafficked?
front of a school.
Yeah, you don't know what's happening in that situation.
How do I not know? I'm in the car looking at the side of the streets. I'm
So
well
you know
aware.
where all the schools are.
If
and you know where all the
if
churches are,
if there's a
people
school
go.
next to me and I see the criminal coming, maybe don't block him so you can have a shootout in front of the school.
No,
How
that
many
means when you
times-
block him, you say, "School's in, motherfucker."
That's right.
Okay.
No school.
I'm gonna take you to school.
Catch this fool.
Class
That's what I
dismissed.
say.
I'll go as far as this.
Yeah, I go straight into Steve Cobarelli. I get a toothpick and I put it in the side of my mouth and I grab my mirrored shades on the side and I fucking go, it's time to fucking roll. And I've cut him off and I'm like, what's up now, buddy?
Let's go to detention.
Detention is in.
I'll go as far as this.
I'm the judge and I'm the law. Now it's time for you to go to prison. Boys, wrap him up. I'll be like at the window. Boys, go ahead and wrap that guy up. I got this. Spit the tooth back out, and then just drive off cruising, man.
Back to
Once
normal.
again-
Shades back in the glove box.
yeah.
Take
I-
out the trash.
Once again, I've taken out. Yeah.
I'll go as far as this.
My job is
Jason.
done here.
If it's happening on like a street that only has one lane and there's no getting around it,
Oh, wait, pup. Yeah, you definitely picked the wrong lane, buddy.
Did it.
Yes. When I say dead, I mean you're dead. Your life is gone.
Yes, Will.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. Straight up threats, pimp.
Jason, earlier on you mentioned compensation if you do something like this and your car gets messed up. There was
Yeah.
a story last
What?
week.
I feel like you should be compensated.
Well, there was a story last week about a man whose home was essentially blown to bits.
Yeah.
Who a court ruled is entitled to next to no compensation.
Oh, wait, who blew it up?
SWAT.
SWAT. An armed shoplifting suspect barricaded himself in a stranger's Denver home in June of 2015. This guy had only stolen like a shirt and a belt from a Walmart.
FBI comes?
But it went on for 19 hours. And the owner of the home wasn't home, but his 9-year-old son was.
Oh.
The kid escaped. So now it's just the perp and the SWAT team for 19 hours. They blew up walls with explosives, fired tear gas, and drove a military-style armored vehicle through the property's doors.
Shag my friends tonight!
Going for it.
And it was this hours-long siege. The wood framing was exposed. Ultimately, the town condemned the house, and the guy had to knock it over. Now, the town says they gave him $5,000. There's a long-standing statute that
For the house?
Yeah, that if they gave people money for shit, they'd have to give everybody blah, blah, blah. And also that the guy built a way nicer house than he had to begin with, and nobody told him to do that.
Come on.
Well, $5,000. You
Yeah.
can't fucking build a house with that.
No.
And that's a weird point to make. Like, look, if we had to pay for everybody's house we blew up.
Yeah. Well, it's the other way
That's not a
around.
good stat.
The argument would go that they can't afford to pay everybody for everything that they blow up, so they would instead just choose not to protect people sometimes because they couldn't afford to.
But that sounds like I don't know. I don't know the situation, but it sounds like they that sounds kind of unprofessional to me. That they gave it 19 hours and then like let's give up on that and just drive a tank through the wall.
Especially for a guy who stole a belt.
Well, it doesn't matter about
Couldn't
that.
they
He
just
hasn't
knock the
gotten
door
it.
down like they do in the video? They got that jackhammer thing and they hit the door and knock it open and
Why
go
do
in
they,
there?
yeah, why do they have to go through the wall?
Yeah, what the fuck? You guys got bulletproof shit on? Go in there and shoot him. Jesus.
Let's just get the citizens involved. Let's get them to go in there.
I mean, if
Special
I'm
delivery.
nearby and they want to call me and give me a jacket and a gun, I'll go in there.
All right.
I mean, it's like Sunday or something. I don't want to do it on a Monday. I got to go to the gym and shit. But hell yeah, let's shoot this guy. What'd he do? Stole a belt? Yeah. I'll kill the mother. Okay. Bad news, buddy. Knock, knock. Death is at the door. Yep. And then I'm gonna gun that pussy down. Give him a necktie.
No, we have another.
Not even in the mafia. I'm just gonna do it anyway.
No, sometimes you gotta give somebody a necktie. I get it, man.
Yeah.
Vigilante necktie.
That's fucking it's my call sign.
That was my band in high school.
Yeah.
Frankie, welcome to the show.
Yeah, to add to the car chase argument that I was having, sometimes the police actually radio ahead to like people that drive the big rigs, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
And they'll tell them to get together to block the guy.
Yeah.
And then they'll get them like that.
Yeah.
So they'll give you extra help.
Like I said,
they do.
Exactly. The thing that I said a few minutes ago.
You didn't fucking say that.
Let's put money on it.
You said the fucking opposite. That was a fucking discussion.
Let's put money on it. Let's put money on it. How much? $500, $1,000. I'll trade you my car for your car if you win.
He did say. He said they were doing it.
Changed his shit.
I heard him say it.
Changed his. Yeah. Oh no, that's what I said. Bullshit.
Okay, I'll play the tape to you. Do you want me to play the tape to you?
So you're allowed to block people. I just felt like I was arguing that you're not allowed to block people, and now you're saying you actually agree with me, and so Frankie got to. I'm very confused as to how you're the winner of the argument when this is my argument.
No,
if you turn and block the car, you're okay.
Nope. I said sometimes police will ask for assistance, and that's different than just deciding to do it on your own.
All right. Thanks, Frank. I'm still going to kill some motherfuckers.
Speaking of perps.
Yes.
A week or two ago on the show, we played a game called What's in Her Box.
Yeah, I remember that.
Will, do you remember what that was all about?
Yeah, I think it was people who had stuff in their vaginas.
That's right. Criminal stuff. And
sexy criminal stuff.
One lady had a knife that was really long and sharp.
In the interest of equality, today we're going to do the male counterpart version of that game, What's in His Butt?
Oh.
Got a bunch of mugshots.
Oh.
Whoa.
What's in that guy's butt?
Why does that guy have...
It's a bandage.
Is it a Band-Aid or is it a...
It's a finger bandage on his forehead.
That's a new school Nelly flex.
Is that for a wound, or is that just you put it on? You're not allowed to have that on there.
No, I actually
have acid in it.
I can answer that from experience. If you have some kind of sticker on your head your forehead when you get arrested, they make you take it off for the mugshot.
Yeah. So why is it on there? He must have a gaping hole from something.
Yeah, it's holding his brains in.
Yeah, maybe there was a fracas.
He is high as hell too.
Very high.
He looks very serious.
Mm-hmm. But what was in his butt?
I think he got crack in a crack pipe in his butt.
I think he had a bionic arm in his ass.
Wow.
He lost a fight with the Terminator. Nobody believed him.
What are those little
Till they pull the robot arm out of his ass.
I think he's
with all this futuristic technology and sell it to Tom DeLonge.
Yeah.
he looks like crack butt.
What is what are those tiny little guns called? The Derringer, the
Beretta,
tiny ones.
Saturday Night Special.
No, he's got a gun up there.
Saturday Night Special. What the fuck?
Yeah, snub nose.
I love that gun. The Saturday Night Special. Everybody's shooting those.
That's all I kill people with.
Yeah.
He had
Say hello to
bootleg,
the Saturday Night Special.
He had bootleg garage door openers up his ass.
There you go.
Nice.
That's not
Tyler Perry DVDs.
That's. What was it?
He had a bag of weed.
Oh,
bag of weed.
Who hasn't? Has anybody in this room ever had marijuana, at least in your butt crack?
Nah.
No.
I taped.
I'd throw out the fishing line to see what came in.
Yeah, there goes Kevin.
When I went to Ozfest one year when I was, I don't know, I might have been like 17 or 18, I rolled a couple joints, put them in a baggie, and then taped that to my taint with fucking scotch tape and a sandwich bag.
Oh.
Ozfest was typically a, summer event, so I sweated it off, and it was a fucking nightmare. It didn't
I
work
put
the
a
way
bunch of
wanted it to.
E-bombers in my foreskin.
There you go. You like to put things in your foreskin.
I don't usually carry stuff in my foreskin, but yeah, I put some stuff in there. It is
Yeah,
fun.
might as well use it. They're like the cargo shorts of dicks.
I put a hose in there yesterday.
A hose?
Kangaroo.
Yeah.
What kind of hose?
Just a garden hose. Like I didn't do it.
Why not?
You
living the dream, baby.
You docked with the garden hose?
Yeah, I docked a garden hose while it was on.
Yeah, hose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good for you, dude.
It's fucking. It was like chilling because I was in a hot jacuzzi and then the cold tap in the. I gotta go. Anyway,
Who's
that guy's
next?
got weed in his butt. I don't want any. I'll take pussy drugs, but I don't want any butt drugs.
Rocket-propelled
Does that make me
grenade
biased?
for this guy?
He's the captain now.
Yeah, he's the captain now. That guy has a barrel of gasoline in his ass.
He has a didgeridoo in his butt.
Yeah, I hate to profile, but I want to get a point, so I'm going to say C4.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I don't know.
I said rocket-propelled grenade.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say that he has 1 grenade. Because I don't see like he could put any more. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that always puts stuff up there.
Yeah, he seems kind of tiny. Maybe just
Yeah.
the pin of a grenade.
Or you could have
Would
you
be
could
the
have like
point
a
of
rack
that.
of diamonds in there.
Ooh, nice.
I think he has one of those holiday sausages that comes in the the plastic
Yeah, the
wrap.
big
Oh,
one.
I got it. He has an extravagant turtle.
Pepperidge Farm.
I don't think the sausage.
Super expensive.
I don't think the sausage would be illegal.
He's got a Pepperidge Farm cheese.
He might be from an Islamic country.
Let's see what he got in his
Oh,
butt.
yeah, maybe porn. He had porn in his butt.
Yeah! That's a point for
Man.
Kevin.
Stereotyping does work.
My racism paid off.
How
Sweet.
much trouble does he get in for having explosives in his bottom?
Oh, that guy? A
That's
lot.
a big charge, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Do you think he ends up having to go back where he came from?
heaven?
I think he's lucky if he gets sent back to where he came from. I think this guy is so is he a terrorist?
I feel like that classifies you as a terrorist, right?
Yes, he sure is. Here, let me get the story up here.
Wow.
A pound of it.
It's so that's
What's a pound of explosives? Looks like it's just
If
dusty.
it's
Or is
C4,
it like-
it would be like
I
putty.
don't say
It'd
the
be like
putty
clay.
things.
Oh,
He probably puttied it to like a dick.
But a pound would be a lot.
Oh, I see.
A pound of weed's so light, it's gigantic.
No,
but a
but I'm
pound of
saying
heavy stuff, like a pound of
explosives.
water, is not
Is
that
C-
much.
Is C4? I always got the impression that C4 is heavy. I've never
It
held
is.
it, but
It's
in the
like
movies
clay.
it looks weighty.
It's just like
A
clay.
pound of clay up your ass. You don't think you could do that? We should do that on the show.
Yeah.
Who can
Sounds
put the
fun.
most clay in their ass?
There you
I've
go.
got something else going on that day, but yeah.
You can do it, Will.
Let me know how it
That's
goes.
actually
So-
the bit that we wrote was put stuff in Will's ass. That's what we were going to do.
Oh,
And you need to
great.
guess what it was.
That'd be a fun game.
Yeah. I was going to put all different candy bars in your ass, and you were going to whine about it, and I'd be like, just tell me what candy bar it is.
Okay.
I felt like that'd be really good audio of you whining about me putting things in your ass and me going, just tell me what candy bar
I feel
it is.
like I could tell a Baby Ruth.
Right. See? So now
Right.
we got a game.
Right.
You don't want to try
Maybe
that?
a Three Musketeers.
I definitely wouldn't give you
No
any, like,
Twix.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't give you.
Well, there's two of them.
I'll
you would nail a Kit Kat.
left or right.
We'll start with one Kit Kat and then work our way up to the full bar.
I'm going to say it's green tea
Four
flavored.
to four finger
Yeah.
Kit Kat
Start
out
with
the-
one finger and then slide another right up and alongside it.
Yeah, and then we end with one of those novelty oversized gummy bears.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a Butterfinger.
It's like you're having a reverse baby bear.
Who
made of-
hasn't had
made
a
of gum.
Butterfinger up there?
Yep.
Do you think you could tell, like the major candy bars, if they were just jammed in your mouth, even if they were wrapped in plastic, so you couldn't taste them?
Oh, huh. That's an interesting
Wrapping it in
one.
plastic would make it tough.
Yeah. You need to be
Or
able
even
to,
like-
you need to be able to taste it. I'm
Well,
not taste it.
I'd
Obviously, that
prefer
makes it a bit
chocolate
easier.
smudges in my rectum, please.
Yeah, you need to be able to give it a little suck, you know?
Hey, baby.
Because I think most of them could be done.
Wait, did you just say you want to give it a suck with your butt?
No, he said mouth.
Oh, okay.
I meant butt.
Hey, baby.
Speaking of butts, this guy who we have been speaking about, the guy who put the pound of explosives in his ass, became known as the ass assassin.
Yeah, he is.
Abdullah Asieri. He stashed a pound of explosives that were not detected by whatever screener he went through. He obviously knew that was going to be the case, and put himself near a prince of Saudi Arabia. And then his brother detonated it.
It didn't go off.
With the phone. It didn't go off as well as it was supposed to have.
Oh, just like shot poo out of his ass or
No.
something.
He died. The prince was slightly wounded. The Saudi Arabian guy, this guy was killed.
Oh, God. So it like blew up and only like a little explosion came out of the side of him and hit the guy next to
yeah.
him. But it blew his insides
Epic
out.
fail.
Uh-huh.
I know, right?
You should never put explosive in your butt. This guy'd be
Yeah,
big
you
on Grinder.
You stupid dummy.
Fuck you.
Tell him, Will.
All right, this guy.
What was in his butt?
He looks like a dentist. I'm going to say it was ecstasy.
He looks like a meth head to me.
Lot
God,
of
he
pills.
looks like if Jerry Seinfeld was a dentist.
Yeah, I think he is a dentist who has the ecstasy up
He
his
does have a
ass.
fresh haircut. Maybe he has scissors and a comb.
I gotta go for I gotta go for diamonds again.
Maybe some gel or some mousse in there.
Switchblade comb, maybe.
I think he is a sleight of hand magician, and they found like
rabbit,
a rabbit, and like a deck of cards and shit.
I'm going with meth.
I
Maybe
think-
even the pipe to match.
I think you might have been onto something, Will. I do see like dentist-y thing on that guy. I'm gonna say he had like some whippets and a cracker up his ass.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
But why do you need to put whippets up there?
Maybe he.
I don't believe. Why didn't you
don't
ask?
wanna
Why
lose
do you
his
have a
medical
cracker up there? That's weirder.
Yeah, okay.
No, the cracker, the little thing that you use to get the gas out.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I thought you meant a Christmas cracker.
Not crack.
I thought you just meant like a biscuit or something. I'm like, that's weird.
I just meant a white guy.
It's not illegal to have crackers.
All right,
What
let's
was in
see.
his butt? A meth pipe.
Oh, you got it.
There you go.
Knew it. That's a meth face if I've ever seen one.
Next up.
You're really good at this, Jason.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I was just gonna say he knows these guys.
I am friends with a lot of people like these guys. I've been to have in the past.
This guy's eyes are saying, "What? There's nothing in my ass."
No, he's saying what led me to this life.
I
He
don't think
looks
that's
so
very
bummed
No, he
out.
looks pissed.
Yeah, he's got murderer eyes, man.
Yeah, he had a gun up there.
Right? He's got a gun up his ass or a knife.
11 stolen Twinkies.
You never see that coming.
Oh, now I'm gonna take it a little bit more specific and say a shank.
Wow.
I'm gonna say a PlayStation controller.
A stolen garden gnome.
Cash.
Whoa!
How much money in cash is it?
Oh, that's where those $100 bills
How
went.
the fuck do you get all that money in your
Over
butt?
$1,000, and some of it's
That's
20.
not that
Wait, how
much.
do you get that?
Well, no, the photo is just a picture of
Oh.
money. It's not
Oh.
necessarily the
Why
money.
would-
It's $1,000. It's $1,090. That's
Oh yeah, you can get that. You could get that down into like ass shovelable shape.
yeah.
90.
Easily.
That means they weren't all $100 bills.
That's like 15 bills all told.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 10 hundred.
Still, man, that's a whew,
I mean, you put too
Five
many
ones.
ones up there. That's a
Stretching
little
the-
gross, isn't it?
stretching the walls a little bit.
Yeah, it's not cold hard cash anymore.
Maybe he rolled it up,
Yeah.
Oh,
he did,
absolutely,
for
yeah.
sure.
made
Yeah.
it into a giant dick.
The human
he did.
ATM.
What? Why?
It says in the story
stole it?
that he had $20 bills falling from his buttocks area.
Oh,
That's what
Falling.
so it was in
Yeah.
20s.
Yeah.
So he
That's
just
kind of
put
a
them up
lot.
like one at a
So
time.
he had 54
Just
bills.
shoved them up one at a time. They're covered in shit,
my
dude.
Just shitting
God.
$20
Oh
bills.
my
He
god,
was.
he's the grossest guy ever. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's weird.
Golden goose guy.
don't lick your money.
Did you get arrested for that?
Well, he got arrested, and that was one of the things they found when they did a quote unnecessary and uncomfortable search.
Yeah, that's not
No,
comfy.
it's not. To answer your question, no. If you chose to put $50, $20 bills in your ass for the fuck of it, no, nothing wrong with that.
Right. I was just
Knowledge is
checking.
lit.
Yeah, America, freedom.
I'm here.
If you don't have pockets, what else are you gonna do?
Welcome to the club.
This guy is straining right now to get that shit out.
What is in this guy's butt?
A tiny.
He's got a
immigrant.
weapon.
The precious.
He's got a knife.
He's very sad. He knows he's going to jail for a really long time.
I just see deadness in his eyes.
He looks
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah,
So
he's over it.
he's got speed up his
still,
ass.
His beloved still beating heart.
I want to say maybe syringes.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
every ICP CD.
There you go.
Don't go home without him.
What's in his butt?
Wow.
Syringes.
Right again,
Jason
Jason.
wins.
I don't know if that's a
again.
good or a bad thing.
Why would
Why?
it be a bad thing?
No,
Why
no.
would it be a good thing?
I mean, you're pretty good at this game.
Oh, like you think I got syringes in my butt?
No.
I
Definitely
don't-
got things in your butt.
I've had, thank
Poop.
you, some things. Yep, thank you.
You've guessed a lot of these right so far.
Yeah, well, I know criminals.
All right, next guy.
What's in his butt?
Oh, he's innocent
He's
little
a
guy.
boy
Diploma?
band.
Seems young.
That
He
guy,
seems like he should have ditched the Bieber haircut maybe like 5 years
Yeah.
before this picture was taken.
that Gillespie guy in the UFC has a straight up like emo haircut.
It's a fucking really stupid haircut. When he did a press interview, he had the weird onion ponytail thing. I was like, God, dude, I want to like you, but that is really tough.
When they dinged for the fight to start,
He flicked his
he
hair.
did
I know.
one last
I know.
flick.
Oh.
This guy has
That's
the
going to get you kicked in the face. Everyone knows that.
shaggy, Scooby hair on his chin.
I know. It looks like he maybe stole a book and put it up there from the library.
K-pop CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah. A fleshlight. A stolen fleshlight.
Lip gloss.
His girlfriend's diary.
Pills.
A hair curler.
Yeah, it's got.
Here we go. It's got to be pills.
A bass guitar.
A handgun.
He had the gun.
Baby face.
Man. You wouldn't see that guy as a murderer, right?
No. See? You never know.
Yeah.
A handgun.
You never know who's going to have a handgun up their ass.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, though, if you got into an argument with him and it was in his butt.
It'd take a while to get out.
Yeah, you could kick his ass. If he starts reaching for his butthole, that's not a pocket, dude. That ain't coming out.
Is that a surgery? Like, what happened there?
That's got to be a rule of
Is
life.
that surgically removed?
Yeah, like you need to get that gun out if you're going to get into an argument. If you have the gun in your butt and you get into a fist fight, there's no way you get that gun out of your ass before I knock you out.
Yeah, and if you're in an argument with somebody and they start reaching for the butthole, get out of there.
No,
I mean,
knock him out.
He had to have been in like a
That's the
life or
other
death situation because, like, you're really risking a lot shoving a gun up your ass.
Yeah, but usually
Like,
if you have a
thing
gun in your ass,
goes off,
you're trying to go somewhere. Well, we're not going to go off. I feel like, there's safety and maybe no bullets. Look, maybe it is no safety and bullets in there, but I don't know how your butthole grabs the trigger. That's pretty tough to do.
I don't know. Guns misfire. You hear stories all the time.
Well, they misfire because you drop them.
Hopefully it shoot out the hole.
Or someone kicks him in the ass.
Just warm your ring a little bit.
You don't think something in Kevin's large intestine would pull the trigger?
Yeah, but no, Kevin shouldn't do it. Definitely, it'll fire all the rounds in there for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But he must have been ready to defend himself. He must have been terrified.
Somebody was chasing him.
Yeah, he got pulled over for felony drug charges, got arrested for felony drug charges, and then they found this when they strip searched him at the jail.
Man.
He looks like a smart kid. Why would he fall for drugs?
He doesn't look smart.
A
He's
life
just
of crime.
He looks like normal.
What makes him look smart to you?
Yeah.
How does somebody have a smart face?
Yeah, it's definitely not that stupid haircut.
Yeah, he has a tool haircut. He's like a Barney. You know? He has like a emo haircut. You think that's a smart haircut?
Oh,
Whoa.
shit.
Does this guy look smart, Will?
He can't see us, can he?
This guy's butt.
This guy's thug life for sure.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
got braids.
Yeah, he's got like a brick of coke up there.
He looks pissed.
Yeah, he's
Like
vibing the mugshot.
Like a real brick.
Yeah,
photographer.
he's real money. He's got like expensive watches up there, or the cash thing again, or like a lot of money's worth of drugs.
Jason, you're very, very good at this.
He's only 4 inches tall, right?
I'm going to say.
According to my
weird.
calculations.
He's got a step ladder up his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
A treasure map.
Oh, good. That's good, Kevin.
Oh,
it's for sure a treasure map.
miniature lightsaber.
Here's a clue. He got pulled over on his motorbike for not having a license.
It's his license.
Miniature lifesaver.
It's a helmet.
A bowling ball.
Oh,
diamonds!
I knew it. Yeah.
44 diamonds.
44 diamonds.
He's a
That
big
is
money guy. He's a
awesome.
gangster.
Dude, that's so sweet. Riding a motorcycle with 44 diamonds up your ass.
It's just crazy to do 45 diamonds up your ass with no helmet on.
Yeah.
Like, what if you get pulled over and do a night and you got
I
fucking diamonds in your
know.
butt?
Like
Dumbass.
Movies aren't real and shit, but like big time crime it doesn't happen as often as the movies would have us believe, like John Wick or what have you, but it does happen. How often do you think we just pass somebody on the street who is like really rolling really thick, like murders people, might have diamonds up his ass right now?
Dude, sometimes.
Probably higher than we think.
I mean, if you go out on a Friday or a Saturday night and you get bottle service, you're probably near 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Guaranteed.
Right.
I may be crazy. I may be wrong. But, on some nights you're walking along in Hollywood and you see a person and you think, holy shit, that guy's got the eyes that tell you he has done some bad shit. He's scary. He's got a vibe about him, an aura.
Hollywood Boulevard, huh?
Yeah. Near Cahuenga.
Where Will roams the streets.
Yeah, it's Will's
keeping
beat.
them safe, keeping the people
he
safe.
knows when he sees killer eyes.
Yeah.
He's ready to make a citizen's arrest.
But you're probably right. There's probably a lot of people that do walk Hollywood Boulevard every day and night, that have killed people.
Don't you think that whole Take My CD thing is probably gang-related? Organized crime?
I hate
I
those
never thought of that,
motherfuckers.
but I don't. I mean, those dudes do seem pretty thug life for sure.
Yeah,
So for
because
people
I've seen them
But they all seem pretty
intimidate
broke,
people.
too.
I've seen them like go up to like Chinese tourists and who don't have a full grasp of the English language, and then like give them the CD and then demand money from them, and the guys just panic and don't know what to do, so they just give the guys money. So
because they will crowd around.
It's really sad.
So for people who
they're
don't know,
jerk-offs.
what is the scam?
Okay, so you're walking along Hollywood Boulevard, somebody slaps a CD and hands it to you.
Do it in New York too.
Because your natural instinct is to take something.
Check out my
somebody's
beats,
handing
man.
to
They
you.
say.
Here's my CD. Okay. But the transaction's not over because now sometimes they'll sign it to you, and now they've already written your name on it. Now they can't sell it to somebody else. And anyway, they just hassle you to give them money. It's the same thing with the characters there. A lot of them. I saw Batman cuss out a nun for not tipping. You know, they just will harass.
What about if I
should always tip Batman?
Wait, so like, so Batman was real Batman, and the nun was a real nun?
Nah, Batman was a fake Batman, and the nun was real.
Okay, yeah.
Real Batman, Batman, fake nun.
Can I leg kick? Can I leg kick fake Batman for that?
I mean, you can.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
trouble.
Would you be okay if I did that?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Right.
Remember the episode that Rob and Big did when Rob was going around and he was net gunning? So he would pull up on Spider-Man and net gun him?
No.
It's pretty funny.
There's so many Spider-Men out there.
Have you had interactions with them and your kids, either you, Will or Jason? Because like one time I was there with my kid and I forget who the guy was, like Venom or something.
Yeah.
And I just instinctively, like all my New York muscles came into play, and some guy's like, "Hey guys," and I'm like, "Fuck off." And I did it so fast and so authoritatively that he just buzzed off. But if you walk up and down there with your kids, somebody's not going to fuck off. What happens if my kid is happy to meet Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean, and I know that guy's got to go? How does that interaction go down?
It goes, hey, you know, we work on tips and stuff, is the first line.
Man, my kids are older, but I've always said if I go near there, I go, hey, just a heads up. Don't acknowledge any of these people. Don't even look at them. And if they come near you, just go get near me.
Yeah.
And I also have my
me too.
intimidation factor.
That's a good move
that I've been working on for a long time.
That's a great move you got there,
Spider-Man
Jace.
comes near me, I don't say shit, and he doesn't come anywhere near me.
Hey,
Nobody's ever asked me on the strip, can you photo? Even the CD guy is big man. I'm like, nah, man.
Big man.
And then that's it. And they don't do anything. I've never had a guy trail me going, yo, check out the CD for real, dog. Like it never goes any further because I see, even in New York, I do it where I just have local face. I don't look up at the buildings. I walk to work, and if they go, yo, big man, I'm like, nah, man. No, not aggressive, just nah, and they know. They didn't keep walking with him. But seriously, like I've seen many times when I'm in New York where they're just following a dude down the street go, but seriously, big man, like fucking check this out. And I feel I'm not from there. I just know that if you walk like you're trying to go somewhere and you are as big as me, then you don't have to.
I just ignore them completely.
Yeah.
I just don't even acknowledge their existence.
I do.
unless I
It
wanna
ends it
fuck with
quicker.
them.
If I just feel like that's rude. I don't want to pretend you're not there. I'll just say no. I'm not
Oh,
interested.
dude, they're rude for shoving shit in your face.
Yeah, they're
I see. I don't.
jerk-offs.
See,
Fuck
I
those
don't
guys.
get that. I have seen it, and I get what Tully's saying. But for me, why do I? If I go, no, man, and they go, okay, then why do I need to make it any worse than it is by just blindsiding them? I just feel like, I come back. I walk the same fucking path every time I work in New York. I do the same fucking 4 blocks the same way. So I go past the same dude that I did after the show, before the show, and after. Why? And he's like, oh, the guy that fucking pretends I don't exist. And the other thing I worry about is I'm pasty and I got a lot of tattoos, and I don't want him to think that I'm a racist or something. So I just acknowledge him and say I don't. I fucking really don't. You know.
If you
a
live
good
in the
line is to
neighborhood,
say, I don't have. Who the fuck has a CD player in 2019?
They're going to be struggling on that soon, trying to hand the people iTunes.
Oh,
if you live in the
Take my thumb drive.
neighborhood,
Stream.
and every day it's character being like, hey, take my picture, and it's take my CD, and take this tour. You can't acknowledge everybody. It's just like, you know what, you guys just move on to the next person.
What about if you say, you call that music? You guys are just talking.
Oh, dude. I just realized my kids are super weird about sketchy people, you know? And they have a good radar for it, too. So Dirty Spider-Man would just make my son, like, really freeze up. If Dirty Spider-Man actually went at Tiger, like, hey, man, Tiger would react in a way where even Dirty Spider-Man would be like, oh, shit. Because he would be really bummed out. He would be scared of him, like because he thinks you're homeless. Because they do have that vibe.
Oh yeah.
You know, and a little bit
I
dirty.
mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah. But he knows one, even when they've got a mask on. He knows that this dude's like, not. If we're at Disneyland and fucking
Disney?
Cinderella or some shit comes
Mickey
up,
Mouse
then
comes
it's
by?
totally different.
Yeah.
And it's okay because they know those ones are professional ones. It's simple. They'll take a photo with fucking Donald Duck. Well, not now because they're too cool. They're on TikTok and shit. But before, when they were younger, they loved. I remember my daughter. I fucking ran. The street thing started as we were leaving, and her favorite person of all time was Cinderella, and Cinderella was on the boat, the car boat, and I grabbed her and put her on my shoulders and sprinted past the car boat in front of the car boat so she could get up close, right up on the wall of it, and she like reached out and touched my daughter's hand while I was holding her up on the shoulders, and she talked about it for hours about how she touched Cinderella.
She met
and,
Cinderella.
Yeah, but if we went that day, if I went to the Hollywood Theater and Spider-Man tried to touch her, she'd probably start crying.
Yeah.
She just knows sketchy people.
I would cry if he touched me.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I always thought it was so cool whenever, because I've driven past it, but I never walked it. And then when I realized I started working out at the gym there on like next to the 24-hour fitness there. So I saw those dudes getting changed in the lockers with me. I saw pirate guy get changed. He got changed with me every time I was there. I watched him put his shit on, and he was as sketchy as all fuck. Such a sketchy dude. And he put on that dirty ass shit. And then when I'd go down there, I remember like catching a Spider-Man and seeing how dirty his suit was and thinking, dude, you know what I mean? That's how are you even rolling up on kids that dirty?
Yeah.
It's not a little bit of dirt. It wasn't just the day of dirt. It was, you haven't washed this for a long time. You're like, what, Krusty? What was the guy?
Krusty the Clown?
Not Krusty. Fucking.
Oh, from Stern.
Yeah.
Oh, Yucko.
Yeah, like Yucko's suit. So Spider-Man and Yucko are about the same in cleanliness. They're gross.
We have a couple more men with things in their butts.
That guy's sweating like it's Armageddon.
Yeah, what was in his butt?
Something alive.
Ooh, yeah. Snake.
Very sweaty.
He's gacked out. His pupils are gone.
14 hot dogs.
He's got a brick of Coke.
See, I'm saying he's got Coke.
I'm just
Brass
gonna
knuckles.
say whatever Jason
Yeah,
said.
brass knuckles.
He's got everything.
Oh, got 'em all.
Pharmacy.
He had the lot: heroin, cocaine, pills, crack, and weed.
Yeah.
Man, that guy's asshole is like Hunter S. Thompson's suitcase.
Man, you know it's ghetto. Look at the weed; it's super shit too. And he's got all the little dime bags.
Yeah.
That reminds me of hard times, man. I
Yep.
remember buying those dime bags when I was like, yeah, cool. Fucking mixing tobacco with Mackie weed, trying to make it last.
Yeah, that was like when your buddy came back. He's like, "Good news, I got a nickel bag," and then you still had to wait 20 minutes before he got to smoke because he had to take all the stems and
This
seeds
dude's-
out.
I think he should half his charges because I guarantee you everything that he's selling is half what it says it is.
Yeah,
Shitty bumps, shitty all the pills.
He got Walgreens ass.
Shitty merchandise.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
some
think he
shit
just has
merchandise.
like Tylenol extra strength with those ones at the top.
Yeah, he's a low range gangster.
Two more. What is in this next man's rectum?
Well,
Is that Dan Bilzerian?
I was gonna say he has.
no, it's a robot designed to look like Dan.
Yeah.
He's a murderer.
So it has Dan Bilzerian's in that guy's butt.
He is. I do not trust that guy. I ain't fucking with that guy. He's got a knife in there.
I
Or
think
maybe
he
he might have a gas.
Is this a real person?
He had Daniel Day-Lewis's driver's license because that was actually him researching a role.
It looks like a robot.
I think he had the souls of like 12 children in his
I
ass.
know, right?
Oh,
Very
yeah.
evil looking.
Clown painting.
He's not even looking at the camera.
He's got such a cold face.
God,
Stolen picnic baskets.
Ooh, Easter eggs.
Holy shit!
1 kilograms worth of gold bars.
That's
How does that
heavy.
fit?
I told you Dan Bilzerian was up there.
There's the X-ray.
God, that doesn't look that bad. It mustn't have been. There must be little bricks. Looks like it fits in there.
Well,
it's
a
not touching
kilogram-
the hip bone or anything.
A kilogram of gold isn't that big, is it? It's less than a pound, right? Isn't that how Ks work? A little bit more, a little bit less.
It's
Figure all of your
it's
your-
more.
Your people's units of measurement are always
It's
like
a little more.
20% more or less than ours.
Yeah, I
Just
have no
enough to
idea.
fuck with you.
Yeah, it's more.
And
Thank
finally,
you, Dingo.
So
Finally,
the last one's not a person. It's more of a good, funny story, I thought.
it's pretend to be a baby, but it's drugs.
No. It's so somebody used like a fake butt to try and.
Oh.
I think it's a pretty good idea. I guess they sell these. They're called fake booties.
I guess.
And
apparently a bad idea.
Was it a girl?
No, it was a guy. I guess
Well, that's where they fucked up.
Yeah, it's called the butt smuggler.
Guys with huge butts
Look weird.
Look weird.
Yeah, always.
Girls with huge butts, nobody bats an eyelid.
It's the end thing.
Yeah.
It's called a butt smuggler. I would imagine the agents are trained to look for those.
Yeah, but how many times have you seen girls with fake asses at the airport?
That's true.
Dude with a fake ass, everybody's looking at that.
But they're probably all the same pattern of clothing, so,
No, that'd have different. What's he in there for?
That's
they
gotta be
caught
coke.
him. Yeah, they caught him waddling around the airport, and it turned out that he had a bunch of coke in there.
Idiot.
Excuse me, sir. What do you have in that trunk?
Junk. Only junk. just what my mama gave me.
Remember when Tas Papas made
skateboards
out of cocaine?
The government caught him.
And the skateboards were about an
Yeah.
inch thick, maybe 2
Oh my
inches.
goodness.
Which, as you know, in skateboarding, there's no such thing as a 2-inch thick skateboard. So he tried to glue things together and painted it black or something. And I guess he took a bunch of drugs or got drunk and paranoid in the plane. And then when he went through customs, he thought for sure that they were going to bust him for the skateboard or get a moment of clarity or something, and decided to try and sprint past the checkout.
Oh.
Just made a run for it in the line at customs.
Bad idea.
Yeah. Jail time. He's cleaned his life up, though. What I hear.
Awesome.
Not sure if I'm willing to forgive him. No, I'm supposed to. It's like the right thing to do, and it doesn't matter how many wrongs people do. You're supposed to get past it and forgive them.
Says who?
I heard it was healthy from people. Not to hold that ill will towards anybody. It's a waste of energy or space or anything. I mean, I know he's not in my face or anything, but I guess from time to time, if I do think about him, I think, man, what a fucking asshole. How many times did you try to fuck me over?
Well, isn't there's two kinds of...
I would not say...
Yeah.
I could say I forgive him, but I feel like a part of me hasn't.
I feel like it's possible to make your peace with the situation and to say, I'm not going to let that bother me anymore. I acknowledge what that is, and I'm going to move on from it, and maybe even mean it. But also to say, but I never want to see that person ever again. I want nothing to do with them.
Yeah,
I
but
think
I feel like there's
acceptable.
I know, but I would feel better just because I'm more of a talker that I would like to see him to his face and say to his face, look, man, all the stuff, it's fucked up. I know you're crazy. I know you well, and I know that you've done a lot of drugs and you've been through a lot of shit, and I forgive you for all of it. But that doesn't mean I want to be butt buddies. But I feel like for me it would feel better if I said it to his face, because it's an unspoken thing. And every time he's ever tried to reach out to me, I'm just like, stay the fuck away from me. I think I might have even said in a text message, because somebody gave him my number, and I was like, look, dude, I forgive you for all of it, but it wasn't to his face. It wasn't verbal. And I feel like there was times there where, he really tried to put a hurting on me. He was trying to say he was going to beat me up, and there was times where he kind of intimidated me, and I didn't fight back. And one time he actually kicked me in the head when I was drunk walking down the street, and I went to fight him, and someone else got in the way. So there was always these things that happened in the past. Tried to pay somebody to fucking shoot my kneecaps out, man. So it's tough to want to just forgive that guy.
I have a hard time forgiving people for that. But you know what? I think the important thing is not even forgiveness, but moving on from that stuff.
Yeah, look,
letting go of it.
I'm way past it, but I'm telling you, if I was ever in Australia, I would, just like there's a couple of things I'd like to do. I'm going to ride that bike up that fucking mountain that my dad died when I'm 53. I'm going to do it. It's not about the show or anything. It's just
it's about you.
Things that I figure out. And I know how I am. If it's face to face, with all the hate that has gone through both of us, your eyes on my eyes, and I tell you, I take mine back, because there's a lot of times there where I let it go and I shouldn't have. Well, I should have done the wrong thing by the conversation.
Right.
There was a couple of times there where I should have just fucking lit him up.
You should have.
And I didn't have any boxing training, but I still feel that was at one point with the first book that came out. He had a problem with me saying that I think that I could beat him up. And I was like, dude, come on.
Is that where it came from?
I said in the book that at one, I let a lot of things slide and I didn't retaliate, and I felt like it wasn't. I was scared, but I was also absolutely positive that if it did go down, I was gonna win. I just didn't. I'm not a guy that wants to hurt people. I know talk about it. You know, I mean, I love boxing and MMA, but I don't want to hurt you, you know, unless it's like with me and Kyle. I wish he was a little smaller, but he wants a challenge. He wants to be tested. So I want to be as good as I can so that I can test him and earn his respect. I don't even want to win. With Simon, I want him to get respect, give me like enough of a fight where I can respect him. And if that happens, then it's okay to fucking hurt each other. You know, if he gets in there and all of a sudden he's like, whoa, I didn't know you could do that, then it's going to be real tough because I don't feel like I know what it's like to put hands on somebody's face. Like it's no joke. You're rattling people's brains around. So I don't really want to do it unless you're gung-ho about doing it. Like John. I'll punch John because John wants it. John wants to learn. So it's different. And it's not, I don't put the sleep on it. You know, I just whack him hard enough to go, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, man, that's kind of what's going to happen. Sorry, I hate to break it to you.
Yeah. Sorry to sidetrack you, but just what percentage have you given John on your hardest hit?
I'm not like Kodo or something, so I would say if I say 75%, I mean, it could be anything from 60 to 80, but I'm trying to give him like 70 on sometimes.
Gotcha.
In the stomach, I try to give him like 80, which might be 100, because if I'm doing it with less power and just more technique, sometimes that's even better.
Yeah.
And it landed in a really good spot. Like I was trying to get under him a couple of times to give it to him, and he blocked it. And then I made him open up a little bit, and I went whoop right in there. I landed it really nicely. I felt all the wind. He made the noise. As soon as it hit, he went,
If you knocked the wind out of me, I'm not getting up for a while.
He didn't even go down.
I know, dude.
He bent over.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. Anyway, I'll take a break.
Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103.
With Jason Ellis.
Right after this on Faction Talk.
Why did 97% of customers surveyed say they sleep better on Boll and Branch sheets? Yeah. Is it the 100% organic cotton? Is it because they get softer and softer over time? You just have to try Boll and Branch sheets. Wait, you have to see for yourself why Boll and Branch sheets are the most comfortable sheets in the world. They're loved by hundreds and thousands of Americans, including 3 presidents. They're $1,000 sheets for just a couple $100. For a limited time, you can get their luxury flannel bedding, perfect for cool weather. Keep cool sleepers warm, and they breathe, so warm sleepers stay cool. Boll and Branch flannel sheets come in 16 awesome patterns and colors, so you're guaranteed to find a style that you love. And you get 30 nights to try them out. Free shipping, yo. Right now, you will get $50 off your first set of Boll and Branch sheets. BollandBranch.com with the promo code FACTION. That's BOLL and branch.com. Promo code FACTION. BollandBranch.com. Promo code FACTION.
Last week on Pissface Knows Best.
Shit. Have you seen the news? I'm being indicted on federal tax evasion charges. Grandma Pissface did you forget to pay my taxes again?
What? Are we going to Texas?
Texas? Listen here, you dried up old piece of shit.
You get my taxes cleared up ASAP, or I'm releasing your sex tape to DMZ. Do you fucking hear me?
Rod, the dog took a shit on the carpet again. Listen here, Rover. You shit on my carpet one more time.
Then I'll release your sex tape too. And take you to the vet and chop off your fucking dick. I'll release everyone's sex tape in this fucking house if I have to.
Tune in next week to an all-new episode of Pissface Knows Best.
The Jason Ellis Show on Faction Talk, Channel 103.
Yeah.
It is looking like a dark fate for that new Terminator movie.
What does that mean, Michael?
It's called Terminator. It's called Dark Fate, and nobody likes it.
Oh, they don't like the name?
No, nobody likes the movie, right?
Nobody's going to. They might like it, but nobody's going to the movie.
Oh, it's out.
I went to it. Oh, that's a bad sign. Yes, it
It's
did.
out.
Yes. It debuted to a $29 million weekend in North America against a budget of $185 million.
What did it do globally, though?
Also weak. I think they said it did something like $28 million in China.
Oh, it's a loss.
Yeah, I saw it.
Hey!
Why is it bad? Is it because Arnold's bad and he's old?
No,
Is it
Arnold's
because that
actually
old
awesome.
lady, the lady that was in it, is bad?
Is she good?
Are
The
her
old
adult
lady?
diapers visible in the film?
They don't have
I
tight
forgot,
pants
I
on,
forgot
do
the
they?
order in which those questions came, but it was just kind of boring. It was.
Right.
It was,
What
they
happens?
They didn't try to do anything new. It's the same fucking thing.
Tell us.
Like, oh, now there's a. I'm trying, Dingo. There's a new person who's gonna help the humans, so we have to send another Terminator back to kill that person.
What does he look like? Is he cool?
Oh, it's a girl.
I don't like it when the girl is a Terminator, and I'm not saying because it's girls. I'm just saying because of that one red leather lady that was the Terminator.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
Terminator
the worst
3.
Terminator.
Yeah, that was awful.
She was a bad Terminator. You
wait,
don't even
that-
remember her. Tell
Was
you
there
that's
one
how
after
shit
four?
she was.
Is this the fourth?
Terminator 3:
No.
Rise of the Machines?
This is the fifth.
Yes.
Sure.
That is the correct title.
I only know
This-
that I never saw it, but I sold like 15 of the DVDs. Long story.
This is the sixth
Fuck you.
Terminator movie, Dingo.
Selling
When
shit
was
on
the fifth? When was the
Hollywood
last
Boulevard
one?
or something?
I sold them on eBay.
The last one was Terminator
for you.
Genesis.
And was that no one was in?
Arnold was in that.
Sam
and
Worthington.
Only for a second though, right?
The chick that plays Khaleesi,
The hot chick?
she was Sarah Connor. And it started out kind of strong. It started like the same way that the first Terminator did,
Mm.
and then just completely went to shit after that. It's still not. This isn't the worst Terminator movie. The worst one is 3, then the one with Khaleesi, and then this one. It was just boring. It was uneventful. They didn't do anything new and cool. It was
Is it
predictable.
long?
Yeah, it was over 2 hours.
I feel like I'm
Where was it?
disrespecting Arnold Schwarzenegger by making a bad movie with him in it at this age. Like, if he's going to be in it, let's fucking come through for the guy. You know, he's giving us a great run. James Cameron, you need to fucking pick it up. You know?
I mean, Arnold did kick ass in it.
The
but
fuck?
you don't
Yeah, I know, but
he's
he was
not-
ready to kick ass the whole movie, and everyone else let that guy down. Let him down.
Is that him? Do you think that's it for him?
Nah, I reckon
No.
he has one more giant one where he's lost on an island and he grows a beard and shit, and he's like, oh, fucking, he's an old man, but he survives out there and like kills people with his bare hands, and everyone loves it.
The Survivor-nator.
Yeah, the Survivor-nator. There you go.
You don't see Arnold until he's not in it until like an hour in.
Which
Really?
is
Yeah.
ridiculous. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, that's too
It's
long.
strange that it happened at all. Like, for example, Sylvester Stallone, I don't know if the world really needs more Rocky and Rambo movies.
But we've been
and
getting
stuff,
them.
But that's what he has. Those are the cards he has to play. He can either try to make exciting new movies or he can try to keep his old franchises going.
He could
James
do it, too.
Cameron could make a fucking Avatar.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened there?
Yeah,
It's
true.
still the biggest movie of all time, and he hasn't made a sequel in like 15 fucking years.
Isn't he
He's
working
still
on that?
working on it. Yeah. I mean, there's supposed to be like fucking 6 Avatar sequels.
Yeah, well, because that was one of the biggest grossing films
better
before
hurry up. I almost
all
don't
those
care.
Marvel movies started
I'm
taking
pretty
over.
sure I don't care. I don't know who does.
Yeah, I think I don't care.
I don't think there's ever been a movie, and I think I've said this on the show before, that was more successful that made less of an imprint on the culture.
Wait, I'll care if I get to wear 3D goggles and then something really cool happens.
Right, that might happen.
Like they make some weird thing that everyone goes, you should really watch out watching this. This will freak
Yeah.
you out.
The
That might
3D
happen.
thing kind of just went away, huh? Because for a
Yeah.
minute there, he
Yeah.
was making it seem like it was like not just a gimmick, like it was really worthwhile.
Yeah, but a lot of people were using it and they didn't need to.
A lot of bad 3D made some of the good 3D look bad because what they're doing, some movies were getting filmed in 3D and they were having success. So there was another process by which they could retrofit movies that were not filmed in 3D and make them just 3D enough that they could jack up the prices. And I think that muddied the water.
Hey, I don't like putting the glasses on. Sometimes they're dirty.
Yeah. They
You got to wipe them down.
No, I bring my own.
I do want to see that.
like my pool cue.
I do want to see that sequel to The Shining.
Dr. Sleep.
You can't. Who would do that?
They have done it.
Oh.
Yeah, it comes out this weekend.
Oh. Okay.
It's supposed to be good. It's getting relatively good reviews.
Does it just like thaw out?
Who's the star?
It's Ewan McGregor is grown-up Danny. So he is, I guess, helping a girl who has the same shining powers from a group of people who kill and absorb kids
Stop
with shining
telling
powers.
me about stuff.
That's
It's
good.
in the trailer, Will.
It is
you
a
fucking
it is
pussy
stuff.
fart.
It is a Stephen King movie.
It'll be good.
Jack off.
Pussy fart. Wow.
I'm happy to see Ewan McGregor popping back up and stuff. I always liked him.
He's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that Terminator movie. It could have been cool, but it was just I don't know the T-1000 was so revolutionary when you saw it. It was so fucking cool and so crazy that now when somebody has like liquid metal skin, it's just kind of like, all right, yeah.
Who directed
Seen
it?
that.
Was James Cameron on that whole film?
He was the executive producer.
So he
but
didn't direct it.
Tim Miller directed it. He's the guy that did the Deadpool movies. I
Right.
think.
So that probably has. Does it have that comic twist to it at all?
No, there were some funny parts, but it was mostly just too much CGI bullshit and
Right.
like she swings a hammer and then it slows down for a couple of seconds while he whacks the guy in the face and then it goes back to regular speed.
Yeah, we know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Lame. Well, they lost.
Jason, what was your impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger on a desert island again?
Did I do it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh!
Perfect. So this German couple got kicked off of a cruise after it is alleged their lovemaking was too loud for
wow.
the other passengers.
I can imagine though. Like I've never been on a cruise, but aren't they mostly pretty small rooms?
Yeah, man.
Like
If you're really loud and there's rooms right next to you, it is your fault. That's crazy.
Agreed.
Like I would say, hey, lady, like we can't continue. As much as I love thinking that I'm the man, you cannot do that. What if there's a family next door? I'm not that rebellious. I'm not looking to have somebody knock on my door and go, "Excuse me, but that's ridiculous." I would say, yeah, I fucking agree. I'm gonna leave her.
Right. Or
Because you can't do that on a boat next to everybody. You can do that when nobody can hear you.
Aren't there cruises where you can go on that and be as loud as you want?
Yeah,
Like
that's
swing
the
cruises?
that's
Loud
the
sex
gay,
cruises?
That's the gay.
Yeah,
that's a gay cruise. I heard about it. Somebody told me about some gay cruises are pretty cool like
Really? There's just a steady hum of just
that.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
that
Maybe
for 7 days and 8 crazy nights.
And I think they.
Yeah, boof, boof, boof.
And I think they even have like swinger ones, like
Look, whatever.
cruises.
Yeah. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's like that.
So
where
people are
every-
switching rooms.
Every room
and-
is an adjoining room.
Exactly.
Everybody's fucking or fighting with each other about trying to fuck somebody else. Because I swear, there's drama in that game, man.
Hell yeah. How could
Everybody-
there possibly not be?
It's two sides.
I'm listening to the Stern Show, and Brent Hatley is just like, these people are. He's getting tortured. It was like a great idea to talk about it. It's a bit, and everybody loves it, and they're milking it, but they're ruining his swinger life. Like, it's getting to the point where he's pissed because they're talking about having a dude that fucked her hard on the show, and they're calling him and trying to get him to play, what's that Squares show? Where you sit
Hollywood Squares?
Yeah, Hollywood Squares, and have him sit next to her, and she's like, I won't do it, and he's like, I don't want anybody disrespecting her, and I'm like, man, be careful what you wish for. Like, you're like, yeah, man, look at me. Everyone loves me on the Stern Show. I got a cool bit about swinging. And now you got this dude called the Hammer, and everyone's saying he's got a bigger dick and he's better looking than him. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a swinger. Like, yeah, I'm a swinger too. Like, if my wife could sleep with people, but if my wife started talking about some big dick dude that was just railing her like she's never been railed before, I don't care how confident I am. That fucking digs, man. It's like certain things. it's just, you just keep to your, like if somebody's giving you a good one, that doesn't mean it's going to be good forever. There's sometimes little things happen when you go, whoa, that was crazy. But I'm very content. It's like, and they don't really get that. It seems like they don't get to share that bit how they're that content with each other. Nobody's taking them serious on that they really like each other. It's just, hey, Brent, that dude's fucking your wife hard, man. How good's that? And I guess chicks don't like you as much as her. Like, also burying him for that one. I'm like, man, and it's not stopping. I don't think these guys are going to be off that in the next 6 months. They're digging hard on that one. Every time I'm on there, it's Brent's fucking sack on somebody. I'm like, oh man, Will's going to be cringing. He's just always talking about nuts and.
There's always another wrinkle.
Yeah, I guess. But they're making the wrinkle. They're going to make them fight. That's what it's turning into. They're going to make them not happy with each other, which is kind of.
I don't.
For
think
the sake
that'll
of,
happen.
I think it already did. You didn't hear the show today. They were kind of pissed.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's one of those things where, like, I feel if you can't, it's like you said, like if you can't handle the stuff that comes along with swinging, then kind of keep it to yourself.
I know,
maybe
that's
not.
what I'm saying. Because to me, I've had many discussions with my wife, good ones and bad ones, of recent about the lifestyle, and I wouldn't want it on the fucking Stern show because it's sort of a thing where something might happen and you might react in a way that might be a little over the top, and then you'll catch yourself and go, you know what, that was kind of ridiculous, and I really understand what you were doing there. But if you already went over the top on the radio, then everybody's living that one with you. Like, you can't handle it. It's like, it's like if people, like, if Tully ever had an argument with his wife and we put that on the radio, you'd be like, forever Tully probably argues with his wife. It's just some things. And
I think early on they kind of said that. They were like, "Are you sure you want to go down this road?"
Yeah, because it's not the Jason Ellis show; it's the Stern show. This is a fucking giant monster. Forever, wherever you go, you're the swinger guy that's got a wife that's fucking a hotter guy. They're just drilling it in, and I feel a little bit sorry for him. Honestly, I feel like the swinger lifestyle, as a guy that's in it, it's hard. Sometimes it's, you want to help her, she's helping me. And sometimes I don't feel like helping her as much as you want what you want, and you don't want her to have what she wants, even though you know that that's not the way it works. You have to let everybody have what they want. And sometimes you can be a little jealous. It's just nature.
Human nature.
It's like whenever there's like a big hot celebrity couple, like, I don't know, Bieber and whatever Baldwin he's with now, or like Gwen Stefani and Stuffed Crust or whatever. It takes an especially strong relationship because you're just going to get so much more heat. When you look at your Instagram, somebody's going to say something and you don't care what anybody says, but it all just kind of starts to pile up.
Yeah.
If you have a relationship that's totally solid, it's not going to make any difference. But I can definitely imagine a scenario where your relationship would have been strong enough were it not for this added pressure on top of it. And that sounds like it's what you're describing, Jason.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Anyway, final call. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Hey, I was listening to the show from Friday. I drive a garbage truck, so I don't listen to the show at night. I listen to it on demand, and then, the following day.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about addiction this morning, and sex addiction and drug addiction and stuff. I'm an addict. I used to do a lot of drugs years ago, and now I don't do drugs anymore, but it kind of turned into sex addiction.
Yeah.
And I go to addiction meetings, and I identify as a sex addict. And I have to say it was kind of weirdly comforting to hear you guys talk about it this morning.
Okay.
Like listening to you guys talk and your opinion and, how you feel and, the struggles that you went through and Catherwood, his struggle with drugs and stuff. It was like, I don't know, it felt good. I kind of wanted to show my wife. I wanted to play that part for my wife, but
it's on Sirius XM on demand. You can play it whenever you want.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I have. I have that. But, I just wanted to say that. Hey, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Andrew, I know he's not with the show anymore. Whatever happened, I don't know where he went.
He moved. He moved to upper management.
Well, because he was, for years, he was a huge part of the show. And I think some of the best, the best bits and the fucking, I hysterically laughing at the shit that he does. Is it a possibility that he could ever like come back as a guest sometime?
Oh, I mean, he might be at Ellis Mania for something. I don't want to blow it out, but maybe. I mean, yes, maybe. We talk to him every day. He's here every day. I talked to him this morning.
Oh, no shit.
He's just moved up to upper management. He gets more money and gets more respect. He wanted that from the start, man, and that's what he has. And I'm happy for him. And we got somebody that.
Oh yeah.
I'm very happy with Lindsay. She's like a camera person, and I've always needed a hand with that, and I finally got that. I'm very excited about the future. No harm to Andrew. You're right. He was awesome too. We're very lucky, man. Like we started bum fights level, and now the people that work for the show are very talented at what they do. So it's easy. It's easy for me. It's never been easier because I got a lot of help.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I've been listening for 10, 11 years now, and I remember when you were sleeping in your back of your pickup truck and shit, and to hear, from where you were then to where you guys are now, it's fucking amazing, and it's unbelievable, and just the everybody that's part of the show, and it's just I look forward to it every single day. I turn it first thing I listen to in the morning. I listen to it all day. I love it.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for
buddy.
being with us.
All right.
Later, mate.
It's hard.
Cool guy.
Yeah, a very nice guy, and best of luck with his ongoing struggles. It's hard to believe this is even true, but the Cleveland Browns football team.
No.
What?
I don't know. What happened?
What the fuck?
They all exploded, Dingo.
They all died this morning. Shocking.
No, wait, guys, there's more.
They all hit each other in the head and died.
The Cleveland Browns released from his duties a 26-year-old safety by the name of Jermaine Whitehead after the now former player threatened to shoot, kill, and fight several fans on social media.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
World domination.
Couple of choice quotes. "I'ma kill you, bitch. Come get it in blood, bitch made, ass lil boy."
Man, having a bad day and
Someone's
going on
gotta-
social media doesn't mix.
Yeah, someone's going to tell him you can't do that.
Yeah, when you have a bad day, don't read people's quotes on social media. Everybody knows that. That's a terrible move.
So he done this more than how many times did he do this?
I think it looks like there are at least 4. Somebody complained about his stats for the game, to which he replied, "Don't get shot at, little bitch. Can you whoop my ass? Fuck football. Let me know when you need the address."
Wow.
He went after the media too.
Wait, he said that he would kill a media guy?
Yeah, he called him a cracker.
That's where I draw the line.
It seems like he's taking advice from Nate Diaz, but Nate can...
I think he even tweeted his address at somebody. He tweeted his full address.
There's nobody brings up that Nate jumped the N-bomb. Is he allowed? I mean, I didn't know that you could. I guess if you're a gangster, then the rules don't apply, right?
It's got everything to do with whether or not the fan base cares. That's where the outrage has to start, because otherwise it has to start with outrage in the fan base, and then it spreads from there, and nobody in the MMA community gives a fuck what he says. That's the only possible excuse, right?
It didn't come across racist in any way at all. It
No.
seems like he's a guy that, his friends and him talk like that all day to black people and everybody else.
One of my best friends is a black dude, and I saw him put up a thing on Facebook about it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
Well, not specifically Nate Diaz, but I think somebody else was under fire. Oh, it was like some Hispanic actress got in some shit because she like put a video up of her like singing along to a rap song, and she said the N-bomb in the rap song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like giving her shit about it, and his whole thing was just like, look, I kind of just goes along with your upbringing. So it's as far as he's concerned, it's like a case by case basis. He's like, I don't give a fuck that Cardi B isn't black and she says N-bombs in her music.
I mean, I'm not black, so it doesn't matter my opinion, but I'm just like, what did you mean? It's very obvious to me that Nate Diaz didn't say it in a way where it was like, I don't like black people. It was super obvious that he was saying
he wanted to fight The Rock.
The way he talks, it doesn't mean shit to him.
Yeah, it was like a placeholder for the word dude.
Yeah, because he doesn't care whether you're black or white. He's not racist. But when you see somebody else going, yeah, in those, and I've heard it, and I'm like, I know exactly what that means. I don't care if it's like that super intentful, like you've tried to run black people over. I just know that you don't want to give a black guy the same benefit of the doubt as a white guy by the way that tone that M word came out. It's easy for me to read, but I have a lot of common sense. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. You're getting good.
I mean, I know that guy had fucking needles in his butt.
You did. And rocket launchers and guns
just
and
saying.
heroin and diamonds.
Correctly identified the man who had a rocket launcher inside his anus.
You got to know your butts, people. Got to know your butts.
Well, Dingo, once again, welcome to the club.
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna start training
See you,
Jason.
Dingo. We're no longer Aussie mates.
Yeah, no, you're coming to my side. I still
Oh,
got
yeah.
my Australian passport.
But not yet.
I'm a naturalized.
Oh, you get both?
Yeah, I'm a dually.
You're like James Bond.
Yeah.
Which
Are
one
you
do you
there?
want,
Are you dual?
motherfucker?
Yeah, I'm a dual
Oh,
citizen.
that's cool, because some countries force you to choose.
Yeah.
If you ask customs when you're going through America, they'll tell you that you're not. Like a guy in customs told me, there's no you give up your passport.
No, they naturalize now.
But
Naturalization.
in customs, they just say that, right?
No, there
they
was
can
a
say
while
whatever
there
you
where they
want.
didn't do it.
One time, I've got a green card, and he's like, "I'm going to let you stay for 6 months," and I was like, "It's a green card." He's like, "I'm going to let you stay for 6 months," and I just said, "Okay."
Wow.
Yeah.
Like Japan, for example, you cannot have dual citizenship
Yeah.
between Japan and America.
Yeah, they
You
didn't
must
always
choose.
have it.
You have to give it up.
Mhm.
So you can't. What about if you secretly have it, and then you go to Japan and you show the Japan one? You get in trouble?
Do not know.
I think you only have to give it up if you're like in the Olympics.
Ooh.
Oh,
Harsh.
that's why my wife couldn't be a dual citizen?
No. I mean, like,
She's a secret Olympian?
I mean, like if you're gonna. Never mind.
No, I'm curious. What do you mean?
You could have both. You could still have a dual citizenship, but you have to choose one or the other if you're gonna be in like the Olympic competition.
Like that, I will compete for both Japan and America
I
in
just
the
know that
Olympics.
was a recent thing.
You do two different sports in the Olympics.
I
One
will-
you do it for Japan, and one you do for America.
I will
Yeah.
defeat myself in Olympic curling.
Ooh.
Yeah, it sounds more like a Russian thing.
I will bring the gold home to one of my two.
I will
countries of
receive
choice.
2 gold medals every time I win. One for the other and one for this one. That's what I will do. You will give me that because I have dual citizenship.
And therefore, I am in the Olympics.
Therefore, when I win in the Olympics, I am covered in medals every time I am victorious. Do you want to be victorious and having the most fun you've ever had in your entire life?
Yeah.
You could just go to Austin, Texas this weekend and you could watch the funniest fighting thing ever done. Ever. The biggest challenges, the craziest shit ever orchestrated. That's my word as my bond. It's going to be that good. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't die.
The king of the afternoons isn't just on the radio.
Get this thinger away from me! Oh, you fucking cocksucker!
Stay informed and catch up on all the behind-the-scenes footage by following them on Instagram at WolfMe.
Here's the test.
Okay, maybe that's a little
That's the right
high.
one.